Good evening. Oh gosh, excuse me. What a horrible way to start. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever it may be, wherever you may be. Welcome to the Darth Grumpy Dad Games Twitch stream. Ah, that's a mouthful. How it got to be so long is, well, it's pretty easy how it got to be so long. Twitch changed their security and how you could sign into accounts a couple of times, and I'd spent a long time away from streaming each time, like a month or two. And so then when I came back to get into my account, they wouldn't like the security measures weren't matched up right between uh, my console and the PC and a phone. Like they just weren't, something wasn't jiving right. So I couldn't get signed in. So I just made another fucking account. Right. And so the name just kept getting longer and fucking longer. And here we are. All right. In the background, I am listening to the extravaganza on Rumble. It's with Andrew Wilson and Jake the Rattlesnake. And currently they have their guest is Dave Smith. And they're making fun of a sect of Islam, uh, the Brotherhood of Islam or something like that, who believe just crazy shit. Like there's this character in their faith called Yaqub. This guy's got like a big, like alien head, and he's the guy who created all the white people, and all the black people were all the kings all over the world before Kang or Yaqub created the white people. I don't know. It's weird, and they believe they're the original Jews. They believe they are the original fucking Jews. It's weird. It's crazy. But anyways, what are we doing? I was grinding shit. And I was tired when I went to bed. I forgot what the fuck I had been grinding to get. All right. So probably crafting materials. Okay. I crafted, I made some, yeah, okay, some ancient items here. So all this is going to help later down the road, right? You need ancient items so you can augment them. And ancient and primal are going to have the highest, like, except this quartz necklace right here. If this was an ancient necklace, I would do nothing to this necklace. I would just augment it and keep it and call it good if it was ancient. But no, it's got to be just plain Jane legendary. Anyways, and I came across another simple recipe. It's gonna cost me a bit to make it, and it's for it's for an obsidian ring in the zodiac, and I have a decent regular legendary one here, right? And I would like it to be ancient or primal. And I can reforge a bunch of these and try and get a nice ancient one. But I came across a fucking recipe. And I think I should be able to do it. No, just shy of being able to do it. So I'm going to need to grind a bit. I can either want to get this done now. So this is how I'll see what I'm missing on this now. Okay. I know what I had. Grab this, put dash away, grab dash. And this one's kind of better than the last two guilds I had, but you need 3 stats on this, and I only got 2 of them right now. I'll have to craft a bunch more later to trying to get an ancient one with fire skill, crit chance, and intelligence, right? And if not intelligence, then at least I have to go over here and double check. Let's fix this first. This is fucking ugly. Let's just go with this first one. It's just kind of a simple look. Doesn't it's not right. Kind of goes with the simple look I'm rolling with here. Those boots don't look quite right either. Blackthorn spurs, okay. See, that's the look I applied. Oh, it just wasn't coming through right for some reason. Okay. Well, alrighty then. That was odd. All right. Ooh. Let's see, okay, intelligence. Yeah. See, so on my main stats, this is what I can have. I need intelligence. I need crit hit chance, and then my elemental needs to be fire skill, right? So that life per hit, that was intelligence, right? And I would leave that resist all. So for me, the perfect piece would be 20 fire skill, the resist all, whatever that caps out at, crit hit chance, and intelligence. But that's just me. That's just how I run it. I don't have anything to gamble. So they're making fun of riders. Okay, accept. Okay. Still have Rancer's Folly for now, which is all right. But I think it's about time. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how long. If I get it done, our last one was 110. So we can go to 115 here, or 113. Oh yeah, forgot. Let's bonk that. Get us a shrine effect going. Dang it. Yep, I need way more intelligence spills. Get another shrine effect going. Oh, I'm out. Out of the juju. Oh, and Dad. Shit. Might not be able to. The imposed upon and the imposers. The imposers always pretend they're the imposed upon. So like you'll even see like even when they go, it's like he's
bringing in the military, he's doing all this. It's like, yeah, in response to what? In that last video we just saw, like, where there's this black woman trying to go to work, and it's like, another one. Trying to go to work. You're stopping her from going there. It's just so, like, the level of entitlement.
Huh. God damn it. Oh! Crap. This isn't going to go well. Still ahead of the clock, but... See, what the fuck here? I usually do not have.
I think this is a racist country that doesn't do enough to cater to me. Yeah, exactly. It's just like, who are you? No, it's typical. I think that this is a tranny that's talking right now. At least that's what it looks like. But Jay, keep playing. See if we get the game. They basically just try to drug terrorists all the time. But anyways, you've been to Japan, Jay? I haven't.
Jesus fuck. From fascist theatrics, what the fuck is this chick even talking about? You like these people? And I find this frustrating because I'm nuking these guys, but I'm also like so fucking squishy still. Just a fight to get to 120. After that, it's all good.
Classic color revolution. Are plotting and planning this out meticulously so that they can raise hell all over the United States while flying the flag of another nation. By this point, how are these organizers not being put up for sedition at the very least?
Sedition. That's the fucking word I was looking for. Like all the officials that are in charge of enforcing the laws and are guilty of sedition.
Endowment for Democracy and USAID poured something like $100 million into that street.
Nope. No, man. People like the average person has a fucking job. These guys showing up every day to fucking riot. Like, how are they feeding themselves? How are they clothing themselves? Where do they sleep at night? How are they capable of going out and doing this shit every night and still having someplace to call fucking home? How do they afford that, right?
like some type of deregulation. Like, try to. Verdi's Act of 1934, like that's.
The fuck? One of my fucking things isn't working right or some shit. Get up. Fuck it. Ugh. Gosh darn it. I just need to take this guy out before I run out of time. Oh, that was. Damn, I fucking dodged right into that one.
On soccer balls, this problem would go away.
That's soccer ball. Yeah. Almost there, almost there. Got him. Jesus. Fucking. Yep, I should have grabbed the fucking mantle of channeling instead. It was stupid to stay with my Rancer's Folly. Although it definitely does help me clear the lower level guys out. Right? Right? Right?
Immigration riots.
Yeah, this guy in 2023, this guy was saying this. So, like, at least 2 years ago. Yeah. Protesters who speak no English with perfectly written English signs. Oh my goodness. That's fucking funny. Oh.
Almost 2 years in advance. Didn't get a single detail wrong. I have not heard
Oh.
anybody make these predictions.
Oh, well, that's a reason why shit might not have been working right. Jesus fuck. Jesus fucking fuck. No wonder why.
Got some information. I mean, look, it is pretty damn accurate to have been making that prediction in 2023. So that is something worth, really thinking about.
Okay, that one's done. That one's done. That one's got one left to go.
Insanity stuff. That was always more of like a short-term kind of like culture war issue that they like to push. I think a big part of why it got pushed so hard was because it came in the wake of Occupy Wall Street, and they wanted to, and also in the after Obama's first term, and this was kind of a thing where they could like radicalize left wingers and get
Oh,
them
that's why, because I got one extra point vitality right now. I was like, how come this is off? All right. Oh, shit. Paying attention to too many things, trying to listen to this, paying attention to what I got going on screen. Fucking just fuck myself. Look at that, too.
I retweeted him and I said, "Man, good job." And he DM'd me and he was like, "Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that." But it was very well done. There were others I'm sure that you could point to who were probably making some other types of predictions which alluded to this. But within this time scale, this was eerily accurate. Well, they've got a thing here with immigration that I feel like the Trump haters.
All right.
They kind of feel like
that was so weak and gay. That was so weak and gay that I done that. I thought, right.
Including attempts to impeach, imprison, and assassinate him, have all failed. But there is something.
I wonder why it's
where,
fucking
the
dying
mass
so much. Okay, let's.
deportation game is a very risky game to play, and it's very difficult logistically to get it done. Americans do not.
Let's try this again. Let's try this again. Maybe I'll survive a little bit. We'll try one more. We'll go up one more level.
A lot of people who were like all racist, like that, still had a tough time watching the image of young black men in suits and ties, having dogs sicked on them and stuff like that. For something where a lot of them, something where like it's a tough. Like this is where
Yeah, that's like, I get that point. Like, people don't realize, like, they always forget the word force is the root word in enforcement. It requires force to do it. So when the cops show up and they got to beat up rioters to enforce the law, it did it right. But yeah, students so much better. I'm even one rank higher. Jesus. I didn't change to my other. I kept the Rancer's Folly. Grouped the guys up. Jesus. Oh, I feel stupid. Yep. We have been invaded. Turn down the effects of my headset a little. I need to keep an eye that my when I talk, there's a little thing that goes up on the screen. It shows my name. You guys don't see it, but I see it. I need to keep an eye to make sure it's doing that. Apparently, my headset just dropped out a few times yesterday while I was streaming. And fortunately, somebody else was commenting. I had a commenter, which reminds me, if you are watching this at a later date on YouTube, please come over here to my Twitch channel and follow me here. Get notifications when I go live. And if you're watching this on Twitch, even though you may not watch a lot of YouTube, please head over to my YouTube channel. There should be a link on my page, and subscribe to my channel over there, right? I've got like nearly, I don't know, it's like 200 and some followers here on Twitch. I noticed the other day, I was like, no, really? Wow. Which isn't a lot, okay, it's not a lot. It just seems like a lot to me because I'm such a trailer park trash streamer, right? I'm streaming straight from my Xbox to Twitch, and I'm just kind of watching it on my laptop on the side to hopefully see if I can catch when somebody chats, and then I export this out to YouTube. But please head over to my YouTube channel and give me a subscribe over there. Maybe like a video, like because my videos don't stay up here on YouTube, or I mean on Twitch, which is about the only reason keeps me. One of the things that keeps me streaming is because these videos go away, and if I want to keep a presence here, I need to do my best to put up a video at least every couple days, so I have at least a video up on Twitch. But all my videos, everything I've ever streamed, is at YouTube, at my channel over there. And like all the different, like all the Diablo 3 there is organized in a playlist by the season. And the same with my D4 content. Like if you haven't noticed, I mean, I'm way better at this game than you. I know quite a bit more. And still, even still, I'm a filthy casual. Look how much. Look at this. I'm fucking looking. All because I fucking when I put the. Oh, look at that big red beam, big red fucking beam, right the fucking fuck there. Fucking primal. It's like getting the big purple beam in D4, right? Like, oh, a fucking mythic. Nope, this is primal. Let's see what the fuck this is. Let's close this. Oh, I got to talk to Bitchy Boo first. Got all excited. It won't let you see. This is a cool thing. It won't let you close the rift if you haven't talked to Urshi. And if you're in here with multiple people, if everyone hasn't talked to Urshi, it still won't let you close it, right? Which is cool. Excuse me for snorkeling in your ear. Kind of the way I'm sitting and leaning back. Makes my sinuses vibrate when I talk, and then my nose runs. It's weird. I'm not saying it's not fucking weird. It's totally fucking weird. Where the cops let them riot. There we go. Paragon. Oh, here it is. Capped off. All right. Capped. 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 Boom. Right. So I'll probably just go back and forth between putting points in intelligence and vitality until I get this to like 100. And then I'll just put everything into intelligence after that. If I go, beyond 900 Paragon, if I end up into the thousands or whatever.
Bolshevik War, it is happening in real time. 100%. I just wanted to get that out to everybody because I'm trying to warn people. This is what's next. He absolutely fucking nailed it. And I love when guys like Sam Tripoli get this shit right.
Yep. Because what they're talking about here is how they have video footage of people dropping off boxes of like gas masks, pallets of bricks, right? They're staging stuff all over the place to help the rioters riot, right? And it's the same thing they've done with tongue broken with color revolutions in places like Ukraine, the Middle East, all of like in the Central America, South America, Africa, all over. Like our government has been doing this exact thing to the governments of other countries for fucking decades, right? And now the people who've been in power the most over the past several decades have been the Democrats, and they don't want to lose their power, and so they're using the same techniques they used to gain power in foreign countries on American soil. Which I know, hard to believe. That's like, why would they do it? Because they're people. Because they're humans. And humans are broken, flawed fucking pieces of shit. If we don't confront that about ourselves every day and decide what we're going to do about it and how we're going to work on that on a societal level, we're fucked. We're fucked. We end up with fucking servitude to how would I say it? We end up with feudalism. We'll end up with feudalism basically. Well, and you can call it Marxism, communism, any ism you want, right? You're still going to end up with very powerful people in control of certain areas, and they will maintain the control with mass violence, right? Or three electronic measures that prevent you from spending your money anywhere you want, right? Oh, sweet, and it's a pair of boots I don't need. They can just go right the fuck in there. They can go right the fuck.
His whole argument was that anybody can come to the United States as long as they're healthy and not criminal. So I guess if they don't have like
Okay,
HIV or
let's
something
see.
super contagious, and as long as they don't have
I
a
think
long
this
record,
one,
they can come in. If you try and stop
right?
that is tyranny.
All enemies within 25 yards deal 25 less damage, which is basically like 25% damage reduction every time you pop a potion. So I need two more primals to get this one. All right. But before I do that, like I showed you guys, the little recipe, the cheapest one I could find that I've come across, anyways, to make recipe for primals. But there's another one I want to make first for my build, an Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac. Right. So here's how we're gonna do this. Don't tell the people who are all like anal retentive about not using exploits in a game that's dead. Right? People still play it, but it's not like it's super competitive. All right, we're going to create a hero, and that hero, this particular hero, this hero is going to be a crusader. Crusader. And this crusader's name is Horvath. And Horvath is going to go to adventure mode at Act 1 on normal. Oh, yeah. Oh, it rolls right over to Nick. Nick Dip. This guy's fucking hilarious. And we're going to start. And we are going to go. We are going to come over here. And we're going to go to ring. We're going to go to this ring right here. And we're going to craft. I don't have enough gems. What the fuck? What the fuck? What? I need to make 11 rings. And I'm four amethyst short. You believe that? You freaking believe that? Well, should have double checked that. Before I got all smart alecky, I should have double checked I had enough mats to make all the rings. So instead of doing that, which I would have preferred to do, we're going to grab our cash bill here. And I'm going to take a quick peek, make sure everything's actually equipped. What the fuck, dude? Okay, I'm allergic to penicillin as well, and they have other antibiotics you can use, synthetic ones, are like, but they like they like. I had a throat infection, a reoccurring throat infection that kept coming out. It was probably actually some mild form of staph infection, but it kept coming back about once a month, and then my throat would just get super infected. And I'd go down to the cheap community hospital, and they're like, "Oh, you got strep throat." I'm like, "Are you sure?" Like, this happened a couple times. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Here's all these. Here's a metric fuck ton of penicillin, right? And so after about, I don't know, this has been going on about 6 months. I was finally like where I'd be really good for like 3 weeks, and then the last week, I just get slammed with this thing, and I couldn't walk. And yeah, I go in, get tested, and they're like, "Here's your penicillin," and send me out the door. Um, and like at at one point, though, like the last go around, when I was taking all the penicillin, like I started breaking out really fucking bad. And I was like, "Oh God, these people at the community hospital are dumb. They're like, what if they're trying to fucking kill me?" So I went down to the actual E room the next time my throat messed up, and I gave them the story, and they're like, "Oh, well, we'll test it. We'll test for a couple other things." And they're like, "Yeah, oh yeah, you definitely got, yeah, you got, yeah." And like they were remiss to say it was a staph infection, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And then they gave me the same shit they give you if you have. They gave me ciprofloxacin, which they give you if you've got fucking anthrax, right? That's how strong this. Like the country, the nation itself keeps a supply of ciprofloxacin just in case there's an anthrax outbreak. So they gave me that and some other stuff. Put it right out. Like I've barely even had a sore like light cold sore throats, but never. I haven't got no throat infection of any type since then. It's been a fucking awesome. But having said that, I have diverticulitis in my guts. My guts will just get infected for no, like, seemingly no reason whatsoever, right? And it just feels like somebody kicked me in the balls really hard yesterday. Like it doesn't hurt as much as it did when they kicked me in the balls, but it still really fucking hurts, right? My guts just, and that's what they have to give me. They still have to give me Cipro and this other stuff called Mexobrasca. I don't know. Right? They have to give me two really strong synthetic antibiotics. So you don't, like, whatever he's talking about having, it was probably an STD. And that was totally a tangent. That was a fucking tangent if I've ever heard a tangent. What was I going to do? I got on this. I checked my skills again. So I'm a moron and I fuck them up all the time. Right? So I'm a fucking moron. Because I'm kind of. Oh. That's a good. I wish that piece was ancient. I really fucking wish that piece was ancient. All right. Had him. Yeah. My wife is. Oh my god. Poor Nick. Don't do the puzzle ring. I need to save that one. Let's petrified screen bovine bardacy. I should get all the gems I need out of this.
Talking about. I'm talking. Oh, Trump and Elon, like I predicted, look like they're gonna kiss and make up.
Yep, already. Trump and Elon are already playing nicely nice. Like I woke up so late today because I was up, like, for those of you watching, I was up to like 4 in the morning. Slept to like noon, right? Noon. Uh so I missed Crowder. I'll probably go back and watch Crowder later. I missed my Jim Bobby. Jim Bobby's a funny motherfucker. It sucks whenever I miss him. And his stream probably is going to go down. He generally takes it down, and then it can only be viewed members only. So I'll have to see if it goes up, how long that takes. Yeah. But there's probably plenty of other people will show up. Kind of take my time here. I don't need to do this super fast. Trying to keep an eye out for a portal to drop, right? So we're running this to get the portal. The portal's going to drop a bunch of fucking gems. And this whole area is going to drop gems. Every fucking gem. It's just a great place. Beep. Discussion, gaming. Now I have Discord open. I have Discord open to look at the recipes. I'm getting all the Discord notes now for the guys I listen to, but I'm never in their Discord page, right? It's like, shut up! Named Sharon with his bat. Oh, sorry. That's old man funny shit. I'm sorry. With his bat. You go ahead and book it. We're watching two different sports. Fucking sports broadcasters. My God. See, like, people wonder why I don't watch sports anymore. Like, really, that's a pretty good example of why I don't watch sports anymore. You're not stealing your bikes, you're stealing your home runs. Oh, dear Jesus. Oh, there's a shit. See, and I missed it. There's a point right there. The thing I'm here to get right there.
Turning my back and running. Turn around right off the point.
Whoop, another one. Oh, just dropping those. And you can even tell how much easier I'm doing these at this point. With some Paragon and some extra points in your legendary gems, a little bit of bronze, right? So much nicer. What my guys do.
Who wrote this?
The former first buddy. The former first buddy.
administration Wednesday morning, but didn't say whether he was willing to let bygones be bygones with Tesla and SpaceX CEO Musk. Like I said, they needed him. Just like the Beatles needed their ring. What? Shut the fuck up. Pete Best. I know it. President Trump describes to Miranda Devine, who, by the way, she uncovered the whole laptop thing. What's his name? Hunter's laptop. She's the one who dug all that. Now she's got a huge podcast. Trump talked to her. And she asked about the falling out. Let's check that out and see what he said.
Elon Musk will remain a friend and advisor to the Trump administration, even after his tenure leading the Department of Government Efficiency comes to an end, according to Vice President J.D. Vance.
Dude, and that's still funny. The fact that they named the Department of Government after a fucking meme coin, and the DOG meme coin. That's fucking classic shit right there.
He's done a lot of good things. Right. California, mother's on fire, and you're going, oh, our house.
I think all of us do it. We just heard it so much. Where we're at the end of you turn up at like the end of every sentence is a question, right? And like your voice goes up like this at the end of every word of every sentence. You say like everyone is a question. Yeah, that's super. I used talking about a different thing, but I'm just going off about something that annoys me because I can. So yeah, you guys like chat about it. Like go to like if you miss this, you watch it later. Go to my YouTube chat. Tell me I'm wrong. Get over there. Tell me I'm fucking wrong. That shit's super annoying. This key?
They went too far, Musk wrote late Tuesday after previously deleting his post about Epstein. He said Trump need more time.
Yeah.
That's why they wouldn't release him, which really got deep, I'll tell you that much.
What the fuck?
Who he accused last week of having Trump derangement syndrome and being bitter about leaving his special government employee position, and the House GOP removing electric vehicle tax incentives from that one big beautiful bill. That's what pissed off Trump, set this off, this fire. But again, and so I guess we have audio of a phone call last night between Trump and him.
Oh, this is gonna be, this is gonna be some fucking. This is straight up gonna be. All right, let's go. Load it up. Load it up here. Time to get the fuck out. Ooh, wait.
Anyhow, yeah, we want them back together, don't we? Because the Dems, they can't even handle Trump. But when you put, Batman and Robin together, holy fucking moly! But if I'm Musk, I'm going, well, Jesus Christ, I don't want my cars overburned and people throwing rocks at the house.
Now I can go back.
Get a helmet like the LA Riders do. They said, Gio, did you see that was handing out riot gear for him? How was that? And we've talked about it enough. Everybody should be arrested. From starting with Newsom, Bass. Not ready yet. They should literally be handcuffed. They're encouraging jerk-offs to interfere.
Oh, would you look at that? Would you look at that? Still 100 shy.
You know who said that? I was very surprised. Who said that? Buster Keaton. You guys have no idea. Anyways, I said it in high school under my yearbook picture. Let's move on. Judge denies dickheads. Judge denied dickheads. That's what I said. A federal judge in San Francisco declined on Tuesday California's request to immediately block the Trump administration from using Marines and members of the state's National Guard to enforce laws in the state, including by assisting federal officials with immigration enforcement. It's in Article 2, Section blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
It's so clear. And these nitwits, that's their answer to run to fucking and sue them. And this judge...
Yeah, rent a judge.
I looked it up. I want to say Bill Clinton. I believe he was appointed, but his name is Charles Breyer. And somebody said he's related to Stephen Breyer, who's as liberal as they get. And
Slayer is online.
they buried Pee Wee Herman in that suit.
They buried Pee Wee. What? Did Reuben die? Yeah, he died. I did. Well, remember for sure. Come on.
Restraining order that would bar officials from directing service members to assist in certain law enforcement activities. The request from the state, which would be California, for a temporary restraining order comes the day after Democrat Governor Gavin I suck cock Newsom, President Donald Trump, and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth over the decision to federalize members of the state's National Guard.
Which presidents have done numerous times. Right? It's not like it's a new thing. Where's my birdie bird? Mr. Dragon. Where you at? There you are. There you are. Thank you. Oh, that's much more like it. Much better. Much better. Where the plates put in. Oh shit. The people that are being attacked by the fucking rioters, those people. Oh, I still got it all picked up. Right on, right on. Not a rant. That rant. I tell you what.
Old lady whose husband restraining she looks like her husband taking a restraining order out of her.
You know, we didn't have the internet. Okay, let's see. 8, 15. Give her 8, 11. There. Now I should have enough. Not bad, but you can do better. Could we get a drum roll? That's what the last guy said, and then he sued me. All right. Back in the hole. Look at that. Get that goal. Get that goal.
July, August. July and August.
Kick them corpses.
So,
check the map again.
The other places in the theater.
Yep.
Anyway, so we'll have those up at Nick's.
Yep.
If you don't believe me, I don't blame you. It's George Bush. Hey, if you want to support the show, ladies and gentlemen, am I still doing this? Buy stuff. Look at that at nicktip.com. It's like Sears and Roebuck in the 60s. All kinds of ladies' bras and underwear that we used to spank it. Look at that. Silly hats, baby. It's silly hat section. Again.
Silly hat section. In our West Coast stupids. Like this guy's like, I thought I was really bad with my English. When I say the word like way too many times. Oh, another primal. What is it? What the fuck? Oh, fuck me. Fuck me. Look at that. Fucking down Roshes. Oh, fuck. Was married, that you are married. His wife right now. You are married. You're not was married, you are. Fuck it. Fuck. How do you get that wrong? They'll be there when I get back. West Coast stupid. You want the sailors. You want the sailors. Yeah, but they've been ordered to stand down, right? Your local authorities have ordered your cops to stand down in an act of sedition, right? So shut the fuck up. Let somebody smart enough to understand the shit can't go on. It needs to be stopped. Just fucking stop it. Yeah, Orange Man bad, Trump bad, Trump bad. That's the only argument. Yes, because Trump is. And now, if the governor was sending these guys, we'd be fine. But the not, because the governor needs this chaos for the political agenda he's pushing. Right? They need this chaos. They have to have it.
Compton. Working on a trap. They sampled some shit from the.
They sampled some shit. Ooh. They just don't happen to live in California.
What he's supposed to say. No. Laundering. No. Let's take a look at this piece of ass.
Still waiting.
What? Well, I mean, if you're not throwing bricks at them, right? They'll protect you from the guys throwing the bricks. But if you're the one throwing the bricks, honey, that could be the problem. That could be the problem here. Maybe. Just fucking maybe.
Yeah.
You can smell the smoke where you're being interviewed. You can smell the burning rubber and gasoline. Yep. Let that fucking close. Let that fucking close. Oh, 44 hours. There's a chance a third one just might drop. And let that one close first. There's one there. They want to change, like Camp Barefoot or something, right? Named after this guy who charged like 3 machine gun installations in Germany and took them out by himself to save his entire platoon, right? And they want to rename it back to Prickett. Prinkett. Like, fuck that dude. That dude that was from the Civil War. It was a failed fucking charge. The dude failed in his, like, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. Fuck that dude. Prinkett's charge. Prinkett, what the fuck ever his prick's name is. Fuck that. Leave it named after the guy who actually solo charged machine gun nests and took them out. Like, dude, on the, like, a third one, like, when he, like, got shot with a fucking RPG rocket, right? But he was close enough to where the RPG didn't detonate because it had an arm because he was so close, but it ripped his fucking arm off. And his buddies were like, they wanted to get up and come help him. And he yelled at him, no, stay down, get down. Because he was holding a grenade at the time when his arm got hit. He was throwing his grenade, got hit by an RPG, looks down, sees his arm laying there, still his hand holding the fucking grenade. So he picks up the grenade, his hand, pries his hand off the grenade, and throws it left-handed into the machine gun nest, taking it out. And then continued to another one before getting shot in the leg and passing out. Like, and they're gonna name it back to this motherfucker who failed his charge, who got his, like, caused the turn of the Civil War against the South. Like, fuck that. Well, okay, wait, that's okay. I can see if that's what they're going on. This guy causes stuff and loses the Civil War, and that's why this force named after him. Okay, all right. If that's the argument, but otherwise, no. Jesus, fuck. What am I? Yeah, forget what I was doing. Okay, cleared all this out. Right. Right. Yes. Oh shit. Okay. Hmm.
Still waiting.
Oh. That'll help down the road. With a death wish.
Drop tributes to men who led the slave states revolt between 1861 and 1865. So that's what Biden was doing.
Yeah, but fuck Prinkett though. He was a bad leader. He didn't follow orders. Like, dude he was not a good leader. Like, fuck.
That's P. Diddy's latest album. It's unclear whether Trump. Oh, I just got right at it doing that. It's unclear whether Trump requires fresh legal authority to restore the name. Why is that?
Okay.
Unclear? Was it a problem for Biden? They should be playing by the same fucking rules.
I needed
Particularly those of Fort A.P. Hill.
11 of each
Which he implied
thing.
would not
Okay.
be rechristened.
Check
In honor of
these
someone
out.
of the same
Got
surname.
11 of those.
The base honoring Lee, the
And
top
let's
general of the
see.
Confederacy.
Okay, double check what I need.
Jefferson was.
I need make
Jefferson
11 of these.
he was
Oh,
that's right. Yeah, come on.
motherfuckers. Motherfuckers.
General of the Confederacy is located in
All right, I'm just gonna have to
south of Richmond and houses the U.S. Army Ordnance Corps and or as
play dirty
and
here.
the Quartermaster Center and School. Those having their names stripped from bases pursuant to the latest change include
Okay.
Finally tonight, your sister's hairy back.
Yeah.
Pretty in pink. What's that about? I didn't Google this. I'm guessing it's cocaine. Pretty in pink. That's the headline. Stefan Diggs is aware of
All right.
people want to know about the pink substance.
I want to get this done. So I am just going to use my puzzle ring. I'm saving here. Just gonna fucking use it. I'll get it. They dropped. They dropped. They dropped. There we go. Look at that. Would you look at that? I already have. That's yes. Yes. All right. This isn't timed. Look at that. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Oh. I don't know if that means everybody's definition of good decisions, but hey, there's somebody's good decisions. Oh, Jesus. Pink cocaine? More like methamphetamines or
it was strawberry milk with
stuffer. Powdered strawberry quick. That's pretty good. That's funny. That's funny. Come on now, you know that's fucking funny. Don't do it all at once. Oh. Ooh, 85, like straight up. That's a keeper. That's a fucking keeper. All right. Now let's see if I can. There we go. We're hooked up now. I can easily make 11 of these fucking rings. Dear Jesus. Lived his best life. Like, what the fuck, bro? Come on. Okay, it's funny, but what the fuck, bro? All right. Now, going back to what I was doing at the very beginning of the stream, which I absolutely fucking failed to do because I didn't make sure I had enough doobly-doo gemly gems. It was this one. That's the one. That was the 11th one. Yeah, because the bottom number was. Oh, that's a good. But it's going in the fire, so I don't fuck up. There we go. Now we're going to reforge this 8 times. We should be able to. Right? Artist front. Yes. And 5 of each of those. 50 of those. Yep, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Booyah. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. We're going to go put this some bitch in our fucking chest over here. It was fucking a hassle to get all that shit together. Right. All right. We're going to quit. We're going to send this gentleman down the road here in a second. Let's Steven Crowder's going to be on later. Yeah. I don't think I've listened to Steven Crowder the past couple of days. Let's say June 11th at 6 p.m. So it's like an hour off still. And it looks like I was a good boy. I did listen to Steven Crowder this week. What do you know? What do you fucking know? I actually did. So he's on at 6. If I remember. I might just gonna have to listen to a bunch of commercials here. In between. But I'm like way, way behind on liberal hive mind. Like days behind. They usually do like 4 short videos a day, right? And I get so busy doing other shit. I don't always listen to them. Shit. Oh, fuck. There's got to be like a dozen of these fuckers here. Trump team completely on. Okay, let's just move on. NFL legend. This is like 10 days old. Holy shit.
This time
I'm going to
I
have to
chose
hear
the
a
laser maiden
short commercial in between every fucking one.
under its high rate of fire line.
All right. Switch hero.
Hey guys, welcome to the
Delete hero. Bleep, bleep, bleep. Goodbye.
You know, I think we can all agree that the modern left has fostered an
All
extremely
right.
toxic
Oh,
and divisive
right.
political culture, and that is especially true around President Trump. You know, in the past, no matter who
We'll
was in the
waddle
White
over
House,
here.
whether a Republican or Democrat, there was always a basis of respect, a standard, a tradition that this was the president, and he deserved to be treated a certain way. He deserved to have the red carpet rolled out and to be treated properly. But the moment Donald Trump got elected, everything changed, and that courtesy was essentially ripped to shreds.
89, sweet. Sweet. So I have a definitely have plenty to get this done. 8, 8. Cap that. That's cap at 6. Beautiful. This needs to become a socket. Oh, what do we got? Ignores durability loss. Didn't need that. That's kind of shitty. Yeah. But anyway, sorry, attack speed. You need to become a socket.
And now finally, we get some nice, heartwarming moments like this that I'd say are long overdue.
I know it
Let me show
becomes
you guys exactly what's
socket.
going on and what has got me thinking. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks. So this
Intelligence.
moment is
What?
we've got Pittsburgh Steelers legend, Vietnam War veteran Rocky Flyer, along with current players Mason Rudolph and Miles Kilbrew, showing up on stage
that would be
and presenting Donald Trump
that would
with
be
a
even
47
more badass.
Steelers jersey, honoring
Right,
him
but
for
then what am I gonna? I still need a
Take
socket.
a look at this.
It's like in every one of these comes with all these same base rolls, right? And ignores durability loss. Nothing like there's nothing you're gonna roll those for that's worth a fuck. You need your socket.
Honorary Pittsburgh Steeler, and would like to present to you.
It really doesn't want to give me that fucking socket, does it? Like, so like, fuck you, bro. There it is. There we go. Do. California. Do away with that. We're gonna go fetch these other ones. I don't need these either.
The point of frustration I'm feeling is why don't we see, or why haven't we seen more of this? It feels like the president has been robbed of his just due. You know, it's about damn time that President Trump gets a moment like this. President Trump has been dragged through the mud for nearly a decade. For the past 9 years, the left's been on a mission to destroy him at all costs, but most importantly, to turn him into toxic goods, to make the word Trump or his mere presence feel like a disease. They've spent every single day cooking up lies and fake scandals, coordinated hit pieces to constantly demonize and demean him over and over again, to turn him into a toxic brand, so then every single time someone accepts an award or even shook his hand, meets up with him at the White House, goes out to lunch with him, enjoys a round of golf with him, the woke mob comes with pitchforks and torches, demanding that individual's head. I mean, remember just a couple weeks ago, or maybe a couple months ago, the whole Saquon Barkley situation. He took a picture with the president.
All right.
Enjoyed lunch and a round of golf, and they tore him apart all over leftist social media.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 items we could augment if we wanted. Give us extra intelligence in the build. Nice. Very, very nice. But anyways, we need to go back to farming shit. That's still where I got it. Yeah. I don't know what I want to do here now. I've got getting closer. I still need an ancient puzzle ring. I think I need a puzzle ring and like one more primal to get that. Back. Yeah, I got 6. So one more primal would allow me to make a ancient, and one more primal would also allow me to get our last potion open here, right? So I can go either way. Might do that. That way, I just have everything on the bottom done, right? Before I make an ancient puzzle ring. Oh, I still need that one. bought 5% cost damage. Yeah, it's still be just get that one done and then start working my way up with shit. I also have not checked these in a while. What do we got here? Set me free. Complete any set done. All right. So here's how we're going to do this then. Put the cash on. And come over here. I'm going to go to the world. I need to go to Chaldea. I need to go up here to the freaking desolate freaking sands. Oh, commercial.
Or at least take Dabra on his little apology tour. I look at the way it covered, the president, some of the trials of the president. I thought
pop across here.
I think it is problematic when people run for prosecutor and promise to go after a specific politician. Both Tish James, Attorney General of New York, and Alvin Bragg, the District Attorney of New York, both of them did that. And that, to me, is problematic because you're not saying...
There we go.
This is the offense.
Before I hop in there, I'm going to dismiss my follower for a little bit. Then we're going to hop in here. I'm going to run up in here. Like, oh, look at all these dudes. Whoa, what the fuck is this? Get these guys to follow me. Come on, bros. You're badass. Come on, come catch me. Come catch me. Come on. Get up here. Right, come over here.
Oh. Level of respect to be treated like any other president. President Trump's
I would not. I'm going to back off here.
Fight. He's put himself in a line of fire.
Go
He
away.
accepted the title of public enemy #1 and fought through it. All the noise and all the attacks and the slander because he had one goal in mind, and that was to make America great again.
We need to hit 20 more different enemies with a meteor that revives me. Like I was hoping to see like those other few guys that didn't get in on us. A lot of times I get that in one shot.
Entire town back to work just to get a little bit of recognition. You know, if the world was fair, President Trump would probably have a Nobel Peace Prize by now. And these sort of moments that we're seeing,
I don't know about that. I don't know about that Nobel Peace Prize shit. Because you like
reverence for the office.
Trump, unfortunately, uses a lot of hyperbole. That shit just gets taken the wrong way. Oh, y'all following me? Come on, little fellers. Come on. Everyone up here. There we go. Go back to these last couple dudes. Then so we defeated 50 enemies. 5, 6. We completed the second thing. Now we're just gonna follow our way through the map. It's kind of like a double 8, like an 8 shape. Gonna teleport through here. Finish killing everything. We've got, what do we got? How much time do we still? We got a lot of time left, I'm sure. We do 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes. All right. Then this is gonna loop around and connect. That other area down there we didn't go to.
Trying Turbinify pills. Hey, that's what everyone uses. Everything I read literally freaked me out. I mean, possible liver damage, gut issues, skin rashes, you name it. Some folks, they can't even get out of bed in the morning.
57.
If you stop early, the fungus comes back twice as strong.
Heard I missed 7 dudes out.
out fungus adapts exceptionally well. It digs in under
Head
your
all the
nail
way
and
back here.
fights
Maybe I
back.
missed.
So unless we have a solution that
Oh,
truly
look.
penetrates and destroys
Yeah,
that
there we
root,
go.
you're stuck playing cat and mouse.
See, look at that.
I know
Mastered.
their entire application. So I found a safe location. 3 months
Look at
later, I
that.
was
Head back to
on the road.
town.
Guess what? Nobody turned me down to roll. My feet were finally fungus free. And here's how I did it. After countless hours of digging, I found Dr. David Sullivan, a top
Then
pharma
grab my
researcher,
follower
pioneer a
again.
solution that doesn't involve harsh drugs or expensive laser treatments. He developed a
Then
three-step
we can
topical
let's see
formulation
what we got
that
left
works
here.
differently. It softens up and opens the nail.
Kill Izul. Oh, I need to farm this guy a little bit anyways. That dude, he has a book I need. A crafting plan.
Formulated with clinically proven ingredients that target fungus right where it lives.
Whoops.
It penetrates the nail bed,
Bastard.
knocks out the infection, and helps you grow strong, clear nails. Here's scientific proof. High concentrate isocyanic acid, 25%. This is the main hero form. Right? It targets fungal cell membranes, weakening and destroying the infection. It's clinically proven to be gentler than many
Oh, fucking commercials. God damn it. Why can't this just be a short spot? You got to go on and on and on and on about some stupid fucking fungus thing. Jesus fucking Christ. All right, Osmond Gold. This is still same thing, still a hive mind. Just trying to get kind of caught up on him. Oh.
Hypocrisy of the left. Oh, the glorious downfall. You know, once again, we tried to warn them. We told these leftoids that their lopsided, politically targeted, censorious ways would eventually start to backfire on them, but they just wouldn't listen. No, they were operating with this naive view that they controlled the world of social media and media, and so they would be protected and only their political opponents would be finding themselves with a boot on their necks. But I kept saying either two things
Did I
are going to
miss a
happen.
turn back in here
Censorship is
somewhere? I
gonna
don't
switch
think I did.
direction as the culture shifts.
Yeah, no.
You know, real despicable rhetoric are going to start becoming the target of the ADL and other organizations, which is already happening. There's currently an apocalypse happening at Twitch right now. And I also have been saying for years that eventually these platforms are going to start dying as alternatives continue to pop up. What's known as the concept of a parallel economy. And well, that's another thing that's
something a lot of the guys on the right been talking about for a while. Was they, right? Tim Pool and all these guys, they were working on creating parallel economies with like Rumble and their own media, the whole thing, right? X. Yep.
Cancel culture is backfiring in spectacular fashion. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on here. We got some stuff to get into.
No book. No bookie book.
Trouble. Some of their top streamers, you know, the ones who can actually move the needle, are now threatening to multi-stream on X with the ambition of eventually moving over to Elon Musk's X platform as the streaming arm of X slowly starts to
Mad
build out.
questions. Oh yeah, that's for doing the set dungeon.
I won't be doing it tomorrow, but I'll be doing it very soon after that. Maybe the day after that, right? So like it's coming up very, very soon. And obviously, Tectone has started multi-streaming. I think that when I do it and other people that are around me do it, it's going to create
Yep. See, this is what I'm talking about. Why I wish I had a better PC, right? So I could just multi-stream. So I could stream to Twitch and YouTube and Rumble and X all at the same time. And people could just watch me wherever they're at. Because I'm not worried about it. Like, in no way am I monetized. In no way am I receiving tips or any of the things. God damn it. Fucking party fucking dropped out again. I think that just happens when I'm the only one talking in the party. It just like itch. Sorry. My arm was itching. But anyways, I need to farm this book from this motherfucker now.
years, Twitch has essentially operated as the only
Body
streaming website.
ball
That's
talk.
how they were able to squash dissent like a
Body
bug. Any
doll.
streamer who dared to question the woke establishment, any content creator who didn't bow to the latest leftist orthodoxy, essentially got the axe, usually hit with the typical vague nonsense violation. Ooh, you spread misinformation. Ooh, you spread hate
Misinformation,
speech. Meanwhile, the most
disinformation, hate
vile,
speech.
hate-filled leftist commentators
Vaguely
basically
defined
got a free
fucking
pass
words,
because their
yep.
politics aligned with the
And they would, and that's
Don't
the
we
same,
are
and
now
it's the
done with
same
that
thing
double
with the
standard. This is what I'm
TOS,
saying,
terms of service
going out with
agreements
a
on
martyr.
those sites too.
I've had this happen
That
another day
Twitch,
where you guys
TikTok,
I
you
lost
name
like
it, all of
$20,000
it.
video game, and I'm being called Twitch Jesus because I got banned for 2 weeks to essentially demonstrate the hypocrisy of Twitch's infrastructure, which is we are going to pick and choose who we're going to ban. One guy who called one girl fat, or one girl who said that all American soldiers get PTSD, and another guy who said America deserves 9/11, who said that the Houthi terrorists deserve a Nobel Peace Prize, the guy who interviewed a Houthi terrorist on stream, the guy who called in police on his ex-girlfriend to harass her. And they just report, and then he read the in support for the it just happened. Yeah, and it's like, who are we going to ban here? Ooh, the guy who said fat. Okay. And then Hassan did get banned 2 days ago now. Hopefully that's not an immersion break. Anybody who's watching this live, whenever this goes live, is already unbanned. He's unbanned. He had to ban after 1 day for reading a terrorist manifesto.
No book.
He gets banned for reading a terrorist manifesto, but he didn't get banned for supporting and promoting terrorists. It was only a matter of time until the big streamers got fed up. This issue has been ongoing for years.
Yeah, and the guy who's talking to me thinks he was a huge streamer for COD. Like, if anybody even still plays that, I don't keep track. As I'm sitting here playing a fucking dead game, right? the seasons of D3 are on just a repeat week now, right? But whatever. I still enjoy it. Like, I enjoy it. I have fun. I enjoy giving people tips. Like, because when D3 was running down before,
I came to the University of Montana Western because it is the most affordable university in Montana.
It was gaining a lot of younger players, right? I don't know. I think there's something to be said about a game that's pretty grindy, but still simple, right? There's like, this is grindy, but like the stats you want on most of the gear kind of replicate across, right? Crit hit, crit chance, right? Yeah.
Brain rock content, with characters like Kai Cenat and whatnot. In the world of culture and commentary, the content on their platform that has some actual intellectual substance in that world, Asmongold is basically king. And now you've got him partnering up with other massive streamers on the platform, basically threatening Twitch. And saying,
there it is. There it is. See that right there, right there, the staff of herding. I wonder what.
Said, you know what? I'm done with this crap. And
There we go. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Just look at that. All right.
Online free speech platform. And it's funny because the narrative for so long was that Elon Musk is going to run Twitter into the ground. He's a horrible businessman. Yada, yada, yada. But what's actually happened? Elon Musk slashed 90% of the jobs at Twitter, cutting upfront costs significantly.
No, why is that?
The current services. And
why is my necklace not on? Why?
X is now the fastest growing platform in terms of culture. There's all kinds of different ways
need to be repaired for some
which
reason.
has likely
I
added
don't know.
billions of dollars in new revenue.
What the
They've
fuck is
swiftly
that
implemented
about?
Grok, which has become one of the best large language models out there. And now Elon Musk is partnering with some of the biggest streamers to tackle Twitch's monopoly on streaming, and then eventually exporting it to
Oh, maddening questions.
processing and all kinds of different services. I mean, all
No,
winning.
no.
They told you Elon Musk was going to lose. He was sure to lose the company. He's going to go bankrupt. He overpaid for it. It's worth nothing now. He's running it into the ground. But instead,
An
he
echoing
is
nightmare
winning.
coming up
X
on
is
that.
winning. And the most important
Belial,
thing, or the real story, freedom is winning. It was
Queen
inevitable.
Irani.
The platform that's allowing ideas to flourish, that's allowing people to engage in cultural and philosophical and scientific debate, the platform that's allowing both sides to exist without putting their thumb on the scale, the platform that's allowing freedom of thought and speech is winning. And that was at the core of our warning. The censors and the bad actors, in the end, were never going to win. Freedom always does. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys on this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
Yep. I don't know. It's like, I think Rumble hopefully comes out ahead in the long run over X, because I think the guy who runs Rumble doesn't have ulterior motives, like Elon, like he's a transhumanist. It's like, and he wants X to be, what the hell, an all-in-one app, right? So it's like he wants you to like do your banking and buy to like it's okay, I kind of see where you're coming from, but he wants more. What the fuck? Oh, I see what I'm doing wrong here. I'll just cut down. Do. Uh-huh. Huh. Uh-huh. See. Well, this is something I like about this game. If you're on by yourself, you can actually just pause and the monsters quit freaking attacking you. Right. Losing everything. Jake Tapper. Losing everything he's built. Good for him.
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel fully focused on exposing the
good old
abundant
Jakey
hypocrisy of the
Jakey
left.
Poo.
This guy, honestly, is one of the biggest frauds in the entire mainstream media. Full stop. I've signaled my distrust and disdain for Jake Tapper in the past, and especially back in the day when Chris Cuomo and little Bri Stelter and little Donald
Bri
were getting all the hate at CNN. I remember so many times in my older videos saying, you know what? All those guys take all the negative attention, and it distracts away from Jake Tapper, making it seem as if he's not like them. He's one of the more fair guys at CNN, but that's never been the case in my view. Jake Tapper has always been one of the worst. To be honest, I think Jake Tapper's always been worse than Don Lemon, because at least Don Lemon, you know that he's a leftist activist. He doesn't exactly
that's
try
true.
to hide it.
That
Jake
is
Tapper,
true.
however, is always pretending, oh no, me? I could never be biased. He's constantly gaslighting us as if our perception is skewed and he's just perfect. But he is such a liar and fraud, and it's not even funny. Now as he's attempting
the Belial in D4 is pretty cool. They brought him over into D4. He's made it. He's officially a baddie in D4. It was nice seeing, right, him show up and turn into the big ass dude, right? But the perspective here, I think looks better in D3 when he gets than in D4. Like, yeah, there's a lot more pixels and it's a lot kind of prettier and more deep, but just I like the way the aesthetics of this one, the way it looks when he decides to get big and bad on you.
At the employee pricing plus sales event.
See, it just looks cooler, right? The angles on it, the way it angles in, I like that better than on D4.
Oh, I just don't know. Do you think?
All right, we'll get to that. Whoops.
I don't actually, because these
Skeleton
health
King,
are so sensitive to
Osmo
talk about
Dawn,
and to report. And as you say,
and
yes,
then
we saw weird
Extract. We'll
moments
get
of
to
Joe
that
Biden.
too.
We also see weird moments,
Okay,
and they're different. They're not the same issue. They're not acuity issues, but we see weird moments of Donald Trump calling Nancy Pelosi, Nikki Haley, and the like. But it's impossible to say, as you noted, this is what's going on behind closed doors.
yeah, this
if
guy's so
nobody
fucking
behind those closed doors
dishonest.
is talking. I really just don't
Well,
think
that's
that. I mean,
because you're making it up. If she's talked about
happened
happened exactly at he made it the fuck up, right? Source, trust me, bro. Right? Made it the fuck up.
White House than the first one. So I guess I just
Well,
don't
that's
think so.
because
That's
the
not to say
first
that I'm
White
denying
House
that there's
was
bias in the
full of
media. I'm
people,
not denying that.
holdovers
Health and
from the
sensitivity
previous
issues, I don't
administration,
think so.
who were just
2019,
hanging out,
until
so
Walker
that's
Reed,
what they
and we
could
still
do,
don't know what he was.
as
Oh, you're
leak
fucking
fake
with me. Still
stories to
hasn't
the
been over,
media
and they still
about
haven't
Donald Trump.
disclosed it.
That
And
was
it
that was
sells
their
answers that
whole
question.
fucking
Yeah, I say
shtick,
it's
right?
incredibly obvious now, isn't it? Are you freaking serious? He gets asked, do you
Oh
think
yeah.
that we would have gotten to the story sooner if it was Donald Trump? And he says, I don't actually think so. Automatically, like, I don't even want to necessarily go into the details or formulate a counterpoint here because it's just such obvious bullcrap. As if the media wouldn't have covered Donald Trump's mental decline if it was as totally
Yep.
blatant as it was with Joe Biden. What an
Like
absolute
everybody, like
nutcase to say something
from
like
the
this.
first speech he gave when he was running for president in the primaries, it was obvious that Joe Biden was no longer fucking Joe Biden. It was patently obvious. Motherfuckers just ignored that shit all day. Fucking like, no, he's fine. He's fine. He's the same. No, he's not. He's just like
senior officials in the Trump administration who are trying to
Here it
protect
is.
the country from President Trump's worst impulses. People on the White House staff used to do hashtag TFA, the 25th Amendment, whenever President Trump did anything crazy. This isn't the first time our viewers have heard the term 25th Amendment. They know what it means. The new explosive book, Fire and Fury, is giving lawmakers more momentum to question whether President Trump is mentally fit for office, they say. A bill on Capitol Hill that could start a formal process to evaluate any president's mental fitness is getting more interest with 56 co-sponsors, all Democrats. You and several
Yeah,
of your
against
Democratic House
Trump.
colleagues
Against Trump. It's not against. Well, Biden can't speak a fucking sentence, a whole sentence, and couldn't for the past 7 years now.
Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. This would remove President Trump from office for being unfit to serve. This guy spent all kinds of time talking about Donald Trump's mental state, fitness for office, or possibly invoking the 25th Amendment. Went on and on and on about it, just like every other fake news hack on CNN and all the other networks. Oh, we wouldn't have gotten to the story sooner if it was Donald Trump. You're an absolute clown, Jake Tapper. The track record's already locked in. We had a president for 4 years, from 2016 to 2020, who was mentally fit, working harder than nearly any other president prior to him. Donald Trump was competent, healthy, in a good mental state, yet you spoke about invoking the 25th Amendment there. Then we had Dementia Joe from 2020 to 24, and you pretended for 4 years like it never existed, despite the fact that it was plainly, blatantly, utterly obvious. Come on. This guy was staring dementia in the face, and he thinks he can gaslight us into thinking that he genuinely, honestly just missed the story. Oh, whoops. Oh, I just didn't see it. What can I say? Go F yourself, man. As if we're so stupid. Well, obviously we're not. And I'm purposely saying we're not because it's not just me. No, people don't seem to be buying this guy's crap even in the least. Jake Tapper's obviously engaging in this tour to mend his image, to make it seem like he's the only honest guy in the room in the mainstream media. Yeah, if you need good news, listen to Jake Tapper. Well, I don't think it's working so hot. Jake Tapper suffers the lowest ratings in a decade after backlash over White House tell-all.
Here we go.
He's released this little book, and it's now tanked his career. He is an absolute fraud. Clearly, too many people are buying his pathetic little attempts at rewriting history, and that's what it's
And the
all
people
about.
who buy
I'll see
like
right through it. Little JP, you should have never written this book. You're not
And the people who don't see it, right? Like, go to any newspaper page on Facebook, and there are just full of people who don't see it, who don't get it, who right? Just fucking full, and no matter what you can say, they just rage about the fact, like I said, I'm not like okay, Trump is doing good things. Some of the shit's stupid. Yeah. I mean, if like Trump, Trump fucking supported Operation Warp Speed, right? And that for COVID, and that's created the situation where the Democrats were able to shut everything down for fucking nearly 4 fucking years, right? From the midpoint of Trump's term to the midpoint of Biden's term. They had everything shut the fuck down, right? And because Trump put fucking Anthony Fauci in front of the cameras every day for like 2 years, that like if you just went, nah, we're not doing this. Like from the get went, yeah, no, this sounds sketchy. Yeah, this is some cold virus from China, and we're done. We're not doing all this. Nope, shut the fuck up. Right? We probably wouldn't have lost the election. We wouldn't have all the fucking illegals in the country. We wouldn't have the motherfucking riots that are going on right now. Right? And I'm saying, so like I hold that against Trump. I understand there were other people in his administration and whatnot who weren't giving him good advice on this, but still, it was his call at the end of the day. He fucked it up. He fucking fucked it up. The Elon situation is crazy. Again, this is 9 days old. So we'll listen to it, but I'm not going to give this one a lot of.
Hey guys, welcome to Hive Mind channel.
They already basically kissed him up. They're already done. They're already pretty much done arguing.
All of a sudden, as Elon Musk is trending because his time at the Department of Government Efficiency has officially come to an end constitutionally, it's just a happenstance that all of a sudden all of these big, scathing reports surface at this particular point in time, just perfectly timed hit pieces that have all these unconfirmed reports that Elon Musk is a drug addict or that Elon Musk stole Stephen Miller's wife. Is it really any surprise that nobody trusts the mainstream media anymore? I don't think so at all. And it's because of crap like this. We got some despicable attacks against Elon Musk that I gotta show you guys. I'm showing you what's going on. We got some stuff to get into.
All these cube ones,
all right, folks,
I could probably get done with one run of
Elon Musk. It goes on and on and on and on. The title is On the Campaign Trail, Elon Musk Juggled Drugs and Family Drama. Yep, as if it wasn't enough to put ElonSk's life in danger, to put all his businesses in the path of fire. Yeah, the abuse from the left
okay, these are he's talking about what are obviously going to be a lot of unsubstantiated claims.
You know, the New York Times really living to their reputation.
But it's a piece I can. All right, here we go. What am I doing? I'm getting in the red portal. Dumbass. Oh, that motherfucker was like, I'll kill you now. What you doing in my cow portal? What are you doing here? I'll kill you. Motherfucker's not happy to see me. I need to remember I'm putting this stuff in the cube when I go identify.
Tabloid nonsense. Absolutely disgusting. Attempting to create yet again another narrative or scandal around the Trump administration, so all their media lackeys can then confront Donald Trump over the
Oh, didn't figure that yet. Last thing we want. Yeah, I don't think they're going to find as much as they like we were all hoping for. All right, I'm going to come out and say we were hoping for a lot more out of Doge, and I think one of the biggest letdowns though out of this is not from Doge itself; it's from Congress, right? Not putting the stuff Doge found into the next budget. Hello, you're on mic. I'm streaming. How's it going?
So I found out about laws that I didn't like.
New laws you really, really like.
Yeah. Wyoming has what's called the Firearms Freedom Act,
Yeah.
and it exempts the federal government from prosecuting any crimes that have to do with the illegal manufacturing of any sort of NFA item.
Oh.
As long as it comes in Wyoming.
Oh my goodness.
Also, you just can't have machine guns like federal hunting land, basically.
Yeah.
So,
I'm pretty sure that the machine gun ban is going to go away. So that it has to. They can't. They can't.
I don't know about the machine gun ban. That's going off the list.
Well, slowly, I give it another 5 or 10 years, right? Because
I'm just saying, as much as I love Montana, I really do. But Wyoming, that's just where it's at, if that's really the law.
yeah.
And I may or may not be the one to get that to federal level if I ever get property in Wyoming. I swear I would just get a shack just so I could store illegal guns in Wyoming if I do end up living in Montana.
Shit. Yeah, well, they're not illegal. They're just considered illegals. But like I say, more and more people are coming to the idea that not to accept argumentation for or against things that are emotionally based, right? More and more, it's becoming prevalent. So a lot of these laws that are, oh, what are we going to do? This is so bad, blah, blah. What if, what maybe, Mata, blah, blah, blah. Like people aren't buying it anymore. They're just like, yeah, no, we're okay. We think it's okay that we have this.
Also, there's currently over 18,000 machine guns in the U.S. currently.
Yeah.
So possibly that are owned by civilians. So there's possibly regulation that could say that under the what's the guy's name? Fucking guy from New York who had his service weapon they used and got it.
Oh, I can't remember.
Fucking, it's one of the biggest court cases, and I did a thing on it. Basically, it says any commonly used weapon cannot be regulated.
Right. So if enough machine guns are in circulation, it'll fall under the idea of it's a common weapon. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, or if there's enough suppressors, you could say the reason say,
it's a common, yeah.
That's common.
Yeah.
Just what people argue about short-barreled rifles is obviously, it's more practical to have a short-barreled rifle for a lot of cases when you're not besides hunting. So obviously, it should be common use. People commonly use it.
Yep. Jesus, why am I? Oh, I know. I should have reset. I'll bet there's a portal open somewhere.
Establishing a Wyoming Firearms Freedom Act, providing that specified firearms that are manufactured, sold, purchased, possessed, and used exclusively within Wyoming shall be exempt from federal regulation, including registration requirements, providing exemptions, creating offenses, providing penalties, authorizing the Attorney General to defend specified actions, providing legislative findings and declarations of authority, establishing conditions for the possession and purchase of specified firearms, and providing for an effective date. Being enacted by the Wyoming legislature of the state of Wyoming.
Yep, like Wyoming's going like.
This act shall apply to firearms, firearm accessories, and ammunition that are manufactured in Wyoming.
Yep, and I think like
firearm means any weapon which will or is designed to expel a projectile by the action of an explosive.
nice.
Shall not
Yeah, they're just describing what a firearm is. Like,
can't have because firearms shall not include any fully automatic weapon or any weapon designed to fire a rocket, grenade, or
oh.
But I can still do literally every other modification.
I fucked up. Left a portal of enmity open somewhere before I came in here. So I didn't get any to drop. That sucks. That sucks.
Not ready yet.
So that sucks. But
yeah, that does suck.
But that still means I could modify. You could really just make short-barreled rifles, and there's really nothing anybody could do about it.
True.
No public servant as defined in whatever the fuck this is, or dealer selling any firearm in this state shall enforce or attempt to enforce any act, law, statute, rule, or regulation of the United States government relating to a personal firearm, firearm accessory, or ammunition that is manufactured commercially or privately in Wyoming and that remains exclusively within the borders of Wyoming. Any official, agent, or employee of the United States government who enforces or attempts to enforce any act, order, law, statute, rule, or regulation of the United States government upon a personal firearm, yada yada yada, within the that is manufactured commercially or privately in Wyoming and that remains exclusively within the borders of Wyoming shall be guilty of a misdemeanor and, upon conviction, shall be subject to imprisonment for not more than 1 year, a fine of not more than $2,000, or both. The Attorney General may defend a citizen of Wyoming who is prosecuted by the United States government for violation of a federal law relating to the manufacture, sale, transfer, or possession of a firearm, firearm accessory, or ammunition manufactured and retained exclusively within the borders of Wyoming. Then it goes basically the legislative findings and declaration, is 10th Amendment, 9th Amendment. The Second Amendment. Article 1, Section 24 of the Wyoming Constitution secures rights of citizens to keep and bear arms. This right shall not be denied. Predates the Wyoming United States Constitution and the Wyoming Constitution was unchanged from the 1890 Wyoming Constitution, which was approved by Congress and the people of Wyoming. And the right exists as was agreed upon and adopted by Wyoming and the United States in the Act of Admission. Article 1, Section 1 of the Wyoming Constitution provides all powers inherent to the people, and governments are founded on their authority. Article 1, Section 7 of the Wyoming Constitution provides the absolute arbitrary power over lives, liberty, and property of freemen exists nowhere in a republic. Wait, what the fuck? Provides the absolute arbitrary power over the lives, liberty, and property of freemen exists nowhere in a republic. Not even in the largest majority. Man, honestly, Wyoming law is kind of fucking based.
No, it's not. You were just going on and on. I forgot where you were even going. Like,
basically, I was reading through this.
Yeah, and I know I tried to say something a few times, and you just kept talking over me. So I just let you go.
I was kind of having an autistic habit.
Yeah, you were. But what I was gonna say, like I was trying to get to, because we were talking about politicians and laws and what the fuck they're doing and why, and I was gonna say, you have to give Liz Cheney props for all this, because if she wouldn't have claimed to be a Republican and sat on the fucking J6 committee, select committee, and gone after Trump and gone after American citizens, there wouldn't have been this reaction to that behavior from Republicans in Wyoming, where they're like, oh yeah, you think you're cool, huh? You call yourself a Republican. Check this out. Check this the fuck out. This is what we're doing now. Check this. All this is a result of people in power trying to stay in power, forcing people to lock down and stay home, like, which put all the bullshit in their face every day about what the government was doing, and now people are just like, yeah, no, we're going to make a bunch of laws that make it so you can't fucking do that shit again.
Yep.
I mean, it's awesome. I'm not saying it was bad. I just think, it's funny the way it came about. And then on top of like what I was saying, because they were clamped down so hard during COVID on people on Facebook and on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, right? Oh, there's something I'm looking for. There's been a serious backlash, right? And it's fucking awesome. The whole thing is awesome. Fuckers. Apparently they decided I needed 2 Rift Guardian floors. I think it's just fucking awesome. And I think the resurgence debate panels and debate platforms in general is just fucking awesome. Just fucking awesome. Because it's like, because they haven't taught, like, just, I go on about this all the time, just the general idea of what logical thought is, what logical fallacies are, how to think about argumentation in a logical manner is something they just quit teaching people. Like decades ago, it's like they just were like, yeah, we're not feeling like teaching people that anymore. And so the stupidest of brain rot, emotional arguments carried, right? They carried. People are like, oh yeah, blah, 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 yeah. And the overwhelming majority of these arguments are just dumb. They're dumb. They make no sense. They don't follow. You can take any words or definitions from a completely totally different thing and plug them in the argument, right? And show that it's not logical, right? Like just the arguments people are using right now against Trump on flags, what and why flags can hang where they can, right? He's basically just confirming old laws, and the arguments people are using against him, you can just take and you can take the word pride out, right? Or LGBTQ, put in Nazi, or put in the Confederacy, or put in I like any number of phrases in there, and the argument still runs the same, right? And people will end up doing that, right? It's just like trying to get people to understand how and why something is illogical or doesn't follow is becoming a thing. And I love seeing it, dude. It's just so awesome. Actually, in Wyoming right now, in Cassidy, what is it? Casey, Wyoming. They had a whole bunch of fucking going against the new anti-pride flag laws or whatever. Um, Somebody put up all these flags and are using a very specific argument as to why it's constitutional and they can do it. So some guy came along behind him and drew a bunch of swastikas by every single flag, and he's using the same First Amendment arguments they're using, right? As to why it's okay for him to do it. Just to make the point of how silly these fuckers are, how short-sighted they are in their argumentation. Personally, I think it's funny as fuck, right? Yes, that's some funny shit. I tell you what. Did I think you went a little bit over top using swastikas? Yeah, you can definitely say. But I mean, it's a quick way for the right for the test of logic, right? You should just go to the most extreme hypothetical. And the most extreme hypothetical against it would be Nazi flags and Confederate flags, right? There we go. All right. Do 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 do. Doodle it do do.
Also, I got back into playing Pokemon Go for a bit.
Pokemon Go.
Yeah. You remember when we used to like go everywhere for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was a good way to keep you guys busy. Like a lot of time, I was waiting on somebody else. Like all right, so I'm like, here, go play Pokemon Go. Go wander around, go ahead, have fun.
Well, it was also just because we bike everywhere and do stuff like that.
Oh yeah. And yep.
It was pretty fun.
I'm not saying it wasn't.
I'm not saying you didn't say it was fun.
Yes, you did. No. Level 50 gem.
Probably have some people knocking on my door being like, "Hey, you gonna get a gym today?" Because I got other things I gotta focus on.
You got what you got to focus on?
Things besides the gym.
Yeah.
Like my runs and my abs are the two things I gotta focus on more than any sort of weightlifting. Because I'm already pretty much there when it comes to weightlifting. At least at a good spot. Might not be the best, but I'm somewhere decent.
It's not ready yet, I'm telling you.
Look, you already know. If I ever get a place in Montana, you guys before like all that shit becomes legal, anyways.
Yeah.
You guys bet I'm about to be fucking making a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I'm get the tooling for that.
Well, I think good, bad, nonplussed, whatever. As far as like Trump goes and MAGA, it started a movement, right? And I just don't see that movement not continuing to grow and move in the direction it has been, because just so many people are been just put in a point where they had to objectively look at what's going on, right? Just had so much BS stuck in their face that they're not going to go back to the way things were, and the things people are going to want their politicians to do, and how the laws and just in general, all of it is going to continue, I think, to go to go towards the right for quite a while. So I personally, I just don't see most of the gun laws coming off the books nationwide. I don't see laws not getting passed that allow people to open carry and even conceal carry within a certain size of weapon all the way across the country and states, right? Because it's at a federal right level, constitutional level, the states won't be able to pass laws, and it's slowly, like they were talking about combining the ATF and the DEA, and that is just a horrible idea, no matter how you look at that. I don't believe only one portal opened in that whole fucking thing. That was some bullshit.
Need more time.
Do, do, do.
Still waiting.
Yeah. Yeah. How many keys do I have now? 50? Just brought a bunch of these.
I wish you luck, hero. Not ready yet. Still waiting. Need more time. Not ready yet. Need more armor. Still waiting. I need arcane power. Need more time.
You dare attack me. Well, I'm going to let you go. It seems like the conversation has dropped off. If you want to join my chat, that's cool. All right, love you. Talk to you later.
Especially considering the deep hypocrisy after years of ignoring Hunter Biden, who was literally smoking crack, cashing in on major deals due to his proximity to the White House. After ignoring everything related to Hunter Biden, now they suddenly care about somebody connected to the president using drugs? Give me a freaking break. Hunter Biden was running shady business deals with China, Ukraine, Romania, Russia. The list goes on.
Video of them snorting coke off a whore's ass, right? These people are so fucking.
Does that strike you as pretty bizarre?
It's bizarre because I think he is provably, demonstrably unethical, sleazy, and prone to horrible decisions.
Tell me how you really feel.
Well, I mean,
Tell me all your fucking unsubstantiated assertions, right? Don't even need to, like, these are things that we don't even need to bother trying to refute these things. It's just an assertion. You're just asserting this. Not real. Not providing any documentation, any truth.
Hunter, well, it was just a concerned parent. It was all fatherly love, right? But now they want to spotlight Elon Musk's alleged drug use. A story that isn't even confirmed, by the way. Pathetic. And you know what? Even if Elon Musk was engaging in this type of stuff, the guy's a tech billionaire. He's an eccentric character. I mean, if anybody gets a pass, it'd probably be Elon Musk. He's literally into space and catching them with friggin' giant mechanical steel chopsticks. He's built some of the most transformative companies in
First
modern
time
history,
chat.
but we're supposed to be concerned about his
Best
personal life.
viewers.
I don't think there's much to be concerned about.
Spelled with really weird letters. At ooh, woo, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, no, sorry, bro. Not interested.
He's done some incredible work. A lot of his time to the issue of government efficiency when he could have been doing more self-serving business things. He put his entire reputation and safety on the line. He's provided incredible value. He's clearly an important member of the team, but we're supposed to be outraged over these ridiculous reports. Give me a frickin' break. It's obviously all in bad faith. It's obviously just a destroy Elon Musk at any cost attempt here. That's basically the strategy. It's obvious as you could possibly imagine. It all boils down to what I always say.
God, I fucking hot, tired, need a nap. Might just roll this up and watch some TV for a while.
But yeah, this is the biggest story of the day. Distractions and tags. They don't want you talking about the work that Elon Musk is up to. They don't want you talking about government waste, the importance of government efficiency and spending.
Got some laundry I need to fold and hang
No, they
up.
want you focused on this headline and this even more pathetic attack. This is a real post from the Democrats, by the way. Elon Musk poached Stephen Miller's wife during his grand exit from the White House. And the Democrats tweeted at Stephen Miller and put a photo of a cuck chair, essentially making the claim that Elon Musk stole Stephen Miller's wife. And you've got all these leftoids in the comment, one after another. A effing cuck chair. Oh my God, LMAO. I wish you guys had figured out social media politics 10 years ago, but better late than never. Put the intern doing these tweets in charge of the entire DNC. They're clapping like a bunch of seals, as if this is what they've finally been waiting for. Deranged, unhinged, slanderous attacks, rumors, ad hominems. Yeah, this is
That's all they've ever done. Like, why would you expect anything different? Like, they still swear to God he's a rapist. Got convicted of rape. Like, they couldn't even prove he was in the same building the same week she claimed it happened. Right? Like, that was half the trial. Was them just scraping together enough what's the word I'm looking for? Not like evidence enough. Fuck. God damn, my brain is playing. Yeah, they couldn't even prove it. They were even in the same building when E. Jean claimed what happened, right? He was found liable of unwanted touch. Not rape, not sexual assault, not SA, of unwanted touch. Like, that's like literally like somebody accidentally brushes up against your arm is the level of the crime he was found liable for. He wasn't found guilty, just liable for. It's a totally different. Oh God, it's fucking. Just you sit, and then they call you a sympathizer. You're a sympathizer. What am I sympathizing with again? What? And it's just on and on and on. Ridiculous. Stupid idea.
Want to drop any more of these?
Need more time.
You might think this would take years to learn, but I'm going to teach.
Skip. Next. Close this. I'm going to close the app so I can. Oh, I got a text from somebody. Oh, guys. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I'll watch that later. Because I can't guarantee. Like, I say enough crazy shit. I don't need to replay some crazy shit. Civil War. Jake. How long you been streaming for, Jake? An hour. Fuck. Oh, well, at least I don't have to hear any more commercials.
This is all a pre-established plan they have now. But if it makes you folks feel better, the communists have lost. Their entire historic trajectory has been a failure. They might win a few more victories, but that will will not stop.
Doobly doo doo.
They are on the wrong. You
Do
believe
do
you are on
do.
the right side of history, you will end up on the wrong side of history.
So, if you believe you're on the right side, you'll end up. I'm not 100% what he means by that.
Yeah, that dude. That doesn't even
Patrick
make
Kenny standby
sense.
says if the US
Just
goes to
fucking
self-inflicted war, where do
nonsense.
Iraq, Afghanistan veterans fall? Should they be factored into the calculations? If the US goes into a self-inflicted war, where do the Iraq, Afghanistan veterans fall? Should they be factored into the calculations? I'm not really sure what you mean by that, Patrick. You might have to clarify for me in the comments. Six and Stones Gaming says to help with the Starlink sub. Thank you very much. I need that Starlink sub. Good one. The cut says for the glitch, last question. After watching the show today, with your knowledge and from your perspective, what letter comes after G in the alphabet?
What the
It's the
fuck?
H. Okay. You got shit
I
for saying
think
it's not saying
I
H.
think we missed an inside
H.
joke somewhere there. What letter
Is the
comes in the
sound
alphabet after J? H
that
A
H makes. So it makes
J.
sense to start H with the sound H. Can I get some backup in the comments here?
E F J H I J K elemental P.
Anyways, guys, continue with the grift, please. What are we on right now? We've got 10 out of 50, guys. We are not even close. We need to absolutely carry on with this grift. Get the grift going. Firing
Mr.
forward. We need to
Snaky
light a
Poo.
fire. Somebody needs to come in and be a hero. I need a hero. I'm calling out for a hero till the end of the grift.
Hey, I like he's better than fucking Rob was the other night. Apparently going over a debate Tim Pool had with some guy. Yeah.
We're arresting, he arrests 10 million illegal immigrants. Not all, that's 20 million, but let's say he arrests 10 million, deports them all. Let's say he wins, solidifies government. Republicans then have, there's a shift in the electorate. Republicans now have a 20-seat majority. The Republicans are winning 70% electoral college vote for the next 10 years. What's bad about that?
I mean, it's great for us. It's bad for them. And that's the calculus.
Okay.
The reason
Gas-powered auto mail.
they know that they're going to lose on the current trajectory, where their only strategy left is shameless race baiting. So they're trying.
Yep. Completely agree. They are getting absolutely dominated, and they cannot compete in the realm of ideas and the realm of popular support. So they have to use subversion.
Oh,
This is what
I was doing gloves. I forgot.
It needs to be struck down, crushed like that.
They're trying to double down.
We need more police brutality.
We need more police
Trump has got
brutality.
their bureaucracy strategy, and so they know they're in a desperate place. They know that companies are getting rid of them. They know the public doesn't believe in their concept of reality anymore, and so they're desperate. Every major industrial war was fought out of desperation. World War I was every country in Europe thinking the Industrial Revolution would get crushed. World War II was Nazi Germany trying to conquer before Russia grew strong again. Civil War was the South knew that the North's industrialization would destroy them. So, most wars in the industrial world stem from desperation, where I believe the left is in a desperate spot where they know they're going to lose. So they're trying to force the hand as a way to seize control of the institutions so that the right can win. And the scary thing is that strategy, it nearly worked in Europe. You look at Germany and France, where they've done truly horrible things to the fairly moderate right-wing opposition parties. Canada.
They've been arresting politicians. They've been declaring certain right-wing politicians ineligible to run. But
Yeah.
I guess, if you're
For
predicting
their
civil war
political
for the next few years,
views.
there is
Nothing
the
more.
Strauss-Howe
Just
generational
their
theory,
political views.
which predicts that I think within 1 year we should be entering a serious the fourth turning, they call it, should begin between 26 and 28. And it's supposed to be some kind of war or conflict. 80 years ago, we had the World Wars. 80 years before that, we had Civil War. 80 years before that, it was the American Revolution. We are now 80 years on. The expectation is,
I mean,
next year should begin the
I
spark.
think I think I've heard
Do you think
Tim
within the
argue
next
this
year or two, or
before,
maybe 2028,
and from his
we have to
position,
dividing
he
lines,
believes the war's
factions,
already happening,
so
but
maybe
it's
we have
not
to
like a
recall the Civil
physical
War.
war, right? It's really like fifth generation, fourth, fifth generation war, where it's information wars, right? They're propagandizing people. Ooh, let's get the fuck out of there. Nice. That's a perfect spot. I hate that area.
Honestly, stand to the ground of the current situation. We are going to find out this weekend.
Thank
This
God.
is not something that is just
And
organic.
I think we have strong enough people in place in our government right now to quell this type of these riots and this type of revolution that's going on, and hopefully do it in such a way that the citizenry outside of right the leftists need to get involved, right? So the right-wing people can stay home, watch on TV as the cops and the military go in and smack these people around, arrest all the foreign nationals, kick them the fuck out, and then start arresting politicians who are allowing it to happen and charging them with sedition. I mean, like, I doubt that's going to happen. It'd be kind of cool just to like get it out there. Like, we have a level of behavior that beyond which we're not willing to accept, where you're gonna, right? You can't allow the people you're responsible for. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Look at this.
Military base is taken over. A bunch of guys come out with guns, and then someone appears on the TV and says, no one will be allowed to go inside anymore. And they're like, wait, how is it happening? I thought it was a small thing in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
I mean, these leftists aren't going to take over a military base, surely. I mean,
yeah, they're not. That's not going to happen. Like, remember when they were going to raid, Area 13? Area 51, that's it, Area 51. Right now, we're going to raid Area 51. Sound like Donkey Kong, right?
I'm sick of this abuse. We're going to settle this once and for all right now. I'm going to pull up this video here. It's basic English. I haven't watched this.
EFGH.
English.
H.
The letter
H. They're fucking riding him about his accent. Oh my God.
And it's muted.
And these people like him, right? They absolutely like him. They're just giving him shit. H.
That guy doesn't know what he's talking about. There must be another one.
H.
H.
EFG. H. H. Well, I haven't been paying attention to see how he says it enough to see how wrongly he's saying it. Because he had to look at his face. Obviously, he's been saying it wrong.
That was in the chat for me. I thought I was right.
Poor Jake. Poor fucking Jake.
You know when you learn some things? And this happens to everybody in life, so I'm not the only
Poor
one.
fucking
Sometimes
Jake.
you learn things and it's like everything I ever thought was wrong.
Fuck, I got tears in my eyes, man. That's fucking funny shit.
Remember I went to a summer camp once. There was these tennis coaches.
Oh.
They used to make fun of us a lot. And I didn't realize at the time when I was a kid that they were making fun of us. They used to say that they had a friend who was allergic to water. I believed this until I was an adult. They used to like say that they had a friend who was allergic to water, and the friend had to take baths in milk.
He's allergic to water and has to take baths in milk. What? What are y'all? Oh, I tried to do my Jordan Peterson and I failed. Fail. L's in the chat for me. L's in the chat. L's in the chat.
And it's water, guys. Water. Yeah, that's how these things are.
Well, it depends what you mean. Depends what you mean about allergic to. It depends what you mean about. It depends what you mean about allergic. I can't fucking. I'm trying. I can't. I had it the other day. I had it. Had a good Jordan Peterson going the other day. I just don't. Just fucking don't. Well, now this is how it is. Sorry. We're just gonna have to not do that impression anymore. Just fucking give it up.
Social democracy.
Well, now it depends on what you mean about. That's better. That's close. That's close.
And that agnostic social democracy is the highest system. That's not how this works. In that worldview, they get to hold power forever, and they never get to be held accountable. Yeah.
Right.
Well, Roger, it's been a blast. It's fun watching Rudyard and Tim Paul.
Huh?
Now for the
Brickyard. Oh, yeah, I've heard that guy.
Pacheco says, here's hoping your Morgan Freeman impression is better than your Montel impression. God help us. I need a hero. Going up a hero to the end of the grift. Anyways. You might see my Morgan Freeman, maybe not, guys, because the super chats, it doesn't look like we're going to hit that goal. But I've been wrong in doubting you guys before. William Elliott says, to be fair, my Lord Rattlesnake, Oxford English, it is H. The US pronouncement is H. The plot thickens here, guys.
H.
Isaac Hayes said, I did watch a video a while back of a lady who is actually allergic to water. Anything is possible. The plot really does thicken. It's incredible how these things actually work. Is that like we think one thing, and then there's a spanner thrown in the works, and then we don't know what is real anymore.
A spanner? Oh my God, I've heard that's crazy. A spanner gets thrown in. What the fuck is a spanner? What is a spanner? A wrench. Like, it's a wrench. The weirdo British way of, Australian way of saying fucking wrench. Maybe it's just too close to the word wench. Anyways, like a spanner. That fucking wench, she threw a spanner at me. I said, that fucking wench threw a wench at me.
In terms of this, guys, we've got Alex Stein here, who has approached some protesters about a big issue. Obviously, we've got these deportations happening, and the people who are largely being deported are from Latin American countries. Now, we see members of gangs like Trendy Aragua being deported, and this is obviously a good thing. We want these guys out of here. However, there is one specific aspect of that demographic, having spent a lot of time in Latin America myself, that is rather endearing, and that is the big booty Latinas. Now,
the big booty Latinas.
I think they should have to.
Oh, so he firmly agrees with Alex Stein on this, that all the big booty Latinas ought to be allowed in. Not just a should, but an ought. Like a moral imperative.
Not so much wifey material. People aren't getting married as much anymore. But the Latinas, yes, they've got a little bit of fire about them. They're a little bit sassy. They're going to give you a little bit of shit sometimes. But normally they're a little bit more feminine, and they've got nice sort of curvaceous figures, and they're quite voluptuous. And they say things like, hey, papi. They say things like, si papi, and these sorts of things. And that's always quite nice.
And those sorts of things.
Rather than Australia says, yeah, g'day, mate. Yeah, g'day, mate. You want to fucking marry me? No, I don't actually. I actually don't want that. You want to hear some fucking voice for the rest of your life?
These sorts of things. I mean, as long as they're not, they're like, yeah, well, you want to hang out and have white babies, right? And yeah, sure. Okay, American babies. I'll just say American babies. Right? Because I'm a mixed breed myself. Like the multi-mixed breed. As long as they want to hang out and be Americans and have American babies and vote Republican, right? Yeah, big booty and fat, not the same thing.
There needs to be a waist ratio there. It can't just be fat. It has to be smaller waist and a bigger booty for it to.
The waist and bigger booty to make it right.
I can understand why people would be pushing back in that regard because you can't just have a big booty. Fat as well. Yeah, but I don't want them to get deported. Fucking rich fat. How is that racist? I want big booty Latinas protected. Dude, I'm on your side. Dude, what are you doing? I'm not scared at all. Hourglass Latinas. Exactly right. Someone said hourglass Latinas, and that's exactly right. As to Wheel says, $15. G'day, Jake. Sending my respect from Sydney. If you
Good eye.
shout out my motorcycle. Love your work and stay based, my dude. As to Wheels, you send $100 super chat with the name of your motorcycle name, and I will shout out my friend. 50, and I will contribute to your grift, my friend. I know how this shit works. Gully for $10 says, I agree the right would have an advantage, but would other countries support the left? They would be
Now I've got goddamn fucking song stuck in my head now. Word. California. It's like people keep using it to dog on the riots, man. It's just stuck in my head now. Dude is like a foot and a half shorter than Alex. Say it one more time, essay. What are you mad about your women that got big booties? Like he's not saying it like it's bad. It's like it's an obvious compliment to the big booty Latina. How can you be upset about that?
Hilarious.
Fucking trolling. She's like wearing a communist, like the French communist hat and all the paraphernalia of Marxism, and she's all mad. She's mad. I'm not a big booty Latina, but you are, honey. You're a big booty Latina. Like instead of like wearing the top that's squishing your boobs, wear a corset that pushes them up, eh? Push some booties up, eh? We want booty and titty. The big booty, big titty Latina girl. Yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, I love people who aren't afraid to make fucking jokes. Like these homeboys doing this shit fucking public, man. Like that's like just fucking balls of steel. At the fucking protest. At the fucking protest, he's all about Jesus Christ. I can't. That's like, dude deserves some props there, man. Go find that. Like, I'm sure that this is probably on Alex Stein clips where he's doing the big booty Latino food. On YouTube. I'm sure it's on YouTube. Go over there, and give him some likes on that fucking video. Just go over there, give Alex Stein some likes on his video about the big booty Latina. Just do it. You know you want to. I know you're like saying, oh, that's so rude. That's right. But you know it's funny. Like in the back of your head, yeah, that's just fucking funny as fuck. And you want to go over there and you want to give him a like. Go do it. Like, stop by my channel on the way, too. Stop by Darth Grumpy Dad at YouTube. Give me a subscribe to you just for giving you other funny shit to go watch and listen to, right? Just because of my fucking bullshit. Just so you can say, So you can leave a comment and say, I subscribe to your shitty fucking channel. Shut the fuck up. Show up in my Twitch stream and say, fuck, I showed up and left a comment, dick. I actually fucking really love that. It's like, oh no, I fucked up. I'd hate that. It would just fucking crush me. It would just absolutely crush me, and it would make me feel horrible if you would show up to my Twitch chat or show up in one of my comment sections on any YouTube video and tell me how much I suck. Just,
Wait, do you know the First Amendment? You're not allowed. Hey, no. Do you not understand the First Amendment?
do you not understand the First Amendment?
It's not a crime to say that, officer. But this guy's such a dummy.
He's had a fucking council meeting. He's had a council meeting. He went, I'm here to save all the big booty Latinos.
How he keeps a straight face. I don't know how he keeps a straight
Oh.
face when he does this. Oh, that's a great angle, isn't it?
Rojas, Assembly Member Jessica Gonzalez Rojas, the cokehead, Assembly Member Jessica Gonzalez Rojas, a big fuck you to J.
Does this guy just forget to say the second half of every word, or?
Because I understand.
Thank you guys. I just want to say thank you to the committee for having this meeting.
Is that another one?
Because this is an issue that is very bad in New
Oh.
York, especially for me. I'm a person that comes here for work. And if you watch on television and you see what happens on the New York subway, like people being lit on fire and cops not doing anything to put them out, and you see this police force that is basically hamstrung, they're at a crossroads on how can they police the city, because we have illegal immigrants here from Venezuela that are part of the cartel,
dude. All right. It's taking too long to get to the bit, Alex. Taking too long to get to the bit. Now you gotta say it. That's a big booty Latino. You gotta light up. Gotta let them know what you're here for. You're here to say the big booty Latino.
Terrible because these Venezuelan gang members have no idea what their criminal history is. So we literally have rapists here, we have murderers here, we have some of the worst people in the world, and we need to use this facial recognition software. My point is, in this city, we got all these dang illegal immigrants and these police force, they want to use facial recognition, and I don't want to live in dystopian China where you guys can just watch me and I have to have a social credit score. But when it comes to illegal immigrants, I think we should use it to kick them out. But I saw Jennifer.
But how do you use that? Do you just have the facial recognition catch somebody whose face isn't in the system? Because that means my face and your face and everyone's face would have to be in the system as well.
Yeah, that's why people are freaking out about the crystal ball program, right? Planetaire, whatever it is.
Gutierrez, just left.
I mean, and if you're there to save the big booty Latina, it's not really facial recognition you're going to be running. It's going to be big booty recognition. Big booty recognition program to identify all the big booties. Oh, there's the bit. That's how much she's grinning. She's totally grinning over there next to the black fucking Latina chick, like just grinning. Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Act like you haven't spoken about
voluptuousness or lack thereof of a booty before. Don't look at him. He knows exactly
Yeah,
how it's
the
done.
guys, the twos on the book, they're trying to look all like, oh my god, they're trying to have that look at the like, oh my god, did you say big booty Latina? Oh my god. The look on their faces like, oh, the impropriety.
Like to see it. Perhaps she was talking about sex work,
Describing a person's body is disrespectful. No, you just saying big. You're not describing cheese. You're saying big booty. Like, I mean, it's a descriptive truth, though. How is it rude or out of order to state a descriptive is? Descriptive truth, right? That'd be big booty Latinas.
5 and above would be the cutoff, because if you are a 5, there are like women tend to date hypergamously, which means they look up in the socioeconomic hierarchy. So if you're a 5 and you're a cleaner or something in America, and you've got a decent hip to waist ratio, flex maybe isn't the best, there's going to be a guy out there that would come and snap you up and have some babies with you. If you're like a nice Catholic 5, you know, there's Redfish says no 5s. That's true. No. Redfish says no 5s. I think that's harsh, Redfish.
I mean, that's a bit harsh. It's a bit harsh. No big booty Latinas that rank at at least a 5. I mean, I love that energy. If you don't mind, let's talk on Discord. I don't know. Maybe I was like, I'm not very good on Discord. There, FedEx 001. I'm not like I have a hard time getting into the Discord and operating it. I'm like, it annoys me. Like, if you want to chat and chat, that's cool. Like, yes, I'm being suspicious. I apologize. I'll be forward. I'm being suspicious about your invitation to Discord. Every time it says big booty Latino, I just want to fuck crack up every time. And the chicken, like in this clip too, the chick on. Oh my god, I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing.
Like they would love nothing more than to have a big booty Latina girlfriend. It's him. So I don't like the hypocrisy on display there, to be honest.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, I do need to get a better fucking laptop so I can at least put these videos in the corners or off to the side while I'm streaming. Like, you guys don't need to see my fat, ugly ass, right? Like, that's completely unnecessary. But at least put the shit I'm watching and laughing at in the fucking corner, right? Oh, God. I see a big booty Latino on this guy. Fucking Einstein, man.
Wait, you guys don't like speaking on the agenda.
On the agenda.
Are you sure it's not on the agenda? About the Dine Tech services. What I'm saying is they should be helping with big booty Latinas. Like, their services should be helping give big booty Latinas free healthcare and free babysitters.
Just fucking trolling these fuckers.
You'll have your chance at the second public forum. But this is about redevelopment. I don't see it on the agenda. You're not even letting me talk. I say one sentence and you shut me down. We're going to follow.
Oh. She was so nice. I came to my room. She was so nice. Let him have it, bro. Let him have it.
Like last time, he was looking really sincere and stressed about it. Sweet day, save the big booty Latinas. I can't believe this is on the agenda. That's different this time. He's good at what he does. Bono Blam, 7509 Inwood Road. It's always a pleasure to be here. I just want to say thank you guys. Coppell is a very white city, and I like white people. White people are pretty nice. They are, pretty docile compared to some other people. But what I'm worried about is in this new... We've got a retard alert, guys. We've got a retard alert. We've got a retard alert. We always love a retard alert. Jacob Handy says, let's see, Jake. You're willing to make fun of Mexicans and make them public enemy number one, but not...
Oh, my God. I think there needs to be way more big booty Latinas in our economy, right? Especially, like, just seriously conservative ones, like that one gal from Texas, right?
Don't give me a good justification. If it's not good, you're getting booed. The conservative administration is that we are prioritizing deporting illegal immigrants. And while the idea of kicking out gangbangers from Venezuela sounds good, the problem is not all the people from Venezuela are gangbangers. Some of them are big booty Latinas. And
there it is.
It is not my lifestyle here in Coppell. So what I would like, Mayor, I would like it if we could create some sort of legislation in the city that would be a sanctuary city strictly for big booty Latinas. We don't need sanctuary for the men. If you're an overweight Hispanic guy, you get out of here, go back to your hometown, whatever, really don't need you. But if you're a beautiful lady, I don't know why we need to penalize them, because what are they going to do? Be a hot lady? I mean, there's no crime in that. As a matter of fact, I would argue that would make the landscape in Coppell more beautiful by letting the big booty Latina stay. So I wrote a little song for you guys that I'm going to sing. So if you guys...
I wrote a little song for you guys. Oh, geez. Oh. Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
Are you strong enough to survive, but still waiting?
Jacob says, don't care if you boot me, Jake. Go run back to your handler, Andrew. Yes, my handler.
Your handler, Andrew.
Speak on it now. Flags in Congress. Tell me what you mean, brother. And now tell me what you mean. Do you mean the Palestinian flags in Congress? Do you mean the Israeli flags? Do you mean the Ukrainian flag? Which ones do you mean? You have to actually give it a little bit more context here. Okay?
Oh, this guy's probably a Jaceberg. Coming up on a Jaceberg. Where are you running, bro? Yeah, it's actually not bad. He's just gonna go until they stop him. Oh, goodness. If you don't like him, you are gay. Oh.
that wrong. Armando, I'm sorry.
No, it's
Armando.
it's
I read that wrong. Armando.
funny shit there, guys. Funny shit. What else happened in the world, guys? We can go to this Brian Callen and Andrew interview debate sort of thing that happened. That would be interesting. But if there's anything else happening in the world that you guys think is particularly important that we should review, let me know. These streams are pretty cheap, so really go in any direction. Alex Stein, just such a W. I love that sort of shit. I love comedy, especially in the conservative dialogue, because sometimes it gets a little bit too fart sniffy, a little bit too serious, a little bit too, intellectual and everything. And we need comedy. You need comedy to lighten things up a little bit, to just make fun of not only yourself, but everything else.
Yep, that was
Otherwise,
pretty good. That was good shit. That was fucking
It
funny.
just gets really boring.
Uh,
As to Wheels says, tried sending a 50 super chat. YouTube not letting me process it. I'll take your word for it, Paz. Give me the name, and I'll do the shit. You did send a super chat before.
Still waiting.
Oh, someone said to watch the rest. Trust me. Is it pretty? Yeah, Groovy Cakes. When I say fart sniffy, I mean like it's a little bit too high on your own fumes. You know what I mean? A little bit too high on your own fumes. And these like when I've been to these conservative circles and parties and everything in the past, like people just think a little bit too much of themselves sometimes. Don't really have, a lot of people don't have the ability to take the piss out of themselves. You know? I don't know what taking the piss means. Anyway, Jacob didn't have another justification. It seems like he's gone. Nice one.
Where are we at? Okay, a few more. Let's get to 100 of these, and then I'm going to take a little break. I need to eat some more food. I didn't eat quite enough for breakfast. It's hot. I need to open some doors and get some air going through. Cause I do notice it does seem to be a little stormy out, so I could probably get some more air through here. Some nice cool air. Oh, this is like I need to just pound this one out. Get picking up anything that my pet doesn't pick up. See if we can get this done in 2 minutes.
Taking the piss out of yourself, by the way, guys, means making fun of yourself.
It's okay. Some of us don't have the big booty.
Yeah, taking a piss on yourself. You're just taking a big piss on yourself now, aren't you?
So we have the councils actually because, well,
It sounds like an older one.
came into America through Eagles Pass here in Texas. I got trafficked in a Cybertruck all the way to Los Angeles.
I got trafficked in a Cybertruck. AKA the gays. Boom! Speed demon! Boom! There it is. There's my conquest. There's my conquest.
So, over here. Remember Slayer for $5 says Olive King. That is what some call me. Some call me.
Aussie King. The Aussie King of Australia.
I'm staying 80 now, guys.
I'm
humble enough to know what I'm
While in Los Angeles, became a DoorDash driver. While being a DoorDash driver, I had an order for a crazy. It was like a $3,000 tip. I was like, wow, I'm finally gonna have a place to live. Well, I'm gonna be a DoorDash order for P Diddy.
for P Diddy. Oh goodness. Fucking awesome. That, my friend, is just fucking awesome. Funniest shit ever. It made me snorkel laugh. High pitched bitch laugh on that shit. Didn't give me a chance to tell him I was Cuban. How did you get here from Cuba in a fucking trafficked in a cyber truck from Cuba? Like, is it like, does it float? Was it like a cyber boat truck combo? Iglesia Valencia. Oh God, fuck people. People, just keep it like more of this. More of this from the American citizens. They're just sick of the fucking ego inflated, brain dead fucks running our city councils and shit. Just way more of this.
Channel a while ago, but we sort of like it happens all the time, unfortunately. But I think he's out there. I think that they're in Texas. I want to say that they're in Dallas, Texas. The Blaze.
Oh, get out of that.
I know you go on his show at some point next time I'm in America. I think we'd
Oh,
have some
hello.
lulls.
Hello.
Very good lull. Myself and big prime time Alex Stein. Never actually interacted with him on any debates or anything like that before, so good to catch up. Just Gerald gifted 20 Rattlesnake TV memberships. One of the finest men on the entire internet. We love Just Gerald. He is one of the greats, a budding stand-up comedy career.
I think Andrew's done some stuff with it. Homeboy, with
Wait for that.
Alex Stein. He was on his show. That's right. He went on his show a little while ago. On Alex Stein's show. About a month ago, maybe. That was pretty fucking funny shit, too.
Come and spurg out and you make shit points and assertions, then I'm going to ban you. Alright?
But what if they're funny? Can I show up and...
This is not a free...
This is not a free speech. I am not a free speech absolutist. Which, by the way, is true. I'm not a free speech absolutist. I think having free speech absolutism sets you up for failure because it doesn't leave a place for decency laws, right? It ends up because when the speech rolls over into actions, right? They start claiming that their horrifically bad behavior and actions are free speech. And then you can't stop people from walking around with their dicks hanging out, right? Because, walking around naked at parades with small children is my free speech. So, yeah.
Brian might be coming on the extravaganza in the coming weeks. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I've seen that happen. Like, Andrew got a number with Dave Smith. I've seen Dave Smith has 100% changed his tune on a bunch of shit since he's been interacting with Andrew. And I can see Callan here. Callan goes, baby, I remember watching him on Fridays, a comedian on the show called on Fridays and Mad TV. He was on Mad TV. Fucking hilarious. And when I think when Crowder first started the Mug Club, and he done it so it included a bunch of other podcasters and people. He was one of them, and they kind of had a little bit of a falling out because I think he was being too eager to try and fit in, right? And it was like he done some shady shit. It just wasn't good for him.
Satirical artist, fucking hilarious guy. And he calls it the files, right? He says these guys always have a file, right? They're going to pull out the file and they're going to elucidate for you the truth, the hidden truth. They're going to reveal it in all of its entirety, and also pay me money, right? But I mean, that's the whole game, right?
Look at that gold.
Look at all that gold. There's so much truth that just
Look at that big ass fucking pile of gold right there.
But here's what's happening.
I tell you what.
Nobody trusts the mainstream media, and it's dying. And it's not like, remember 10 years ago, people were like, the mainstream media is dying, blah, blah. I mean, now it's really fucking dying. It's not like it was when we were talking about it before, and the ratings are down, and this. I mean, they're laying off everybody. They're laying off everybody. The Megyn Kellys of the world, they're podcasting. They're not going on major news networks anymore. Piers Morgan is drafting people out of the podcast world to debate geopolitical issues. The world has
fix.
Gotta say, Piers Morgan is on the ball with this sort of shit. I have to agree with that point. I mean, he's been one of the smart ones who's realized that the mainstream media is going down in flames. And, you know, Piers Morgan, you guys all know this. This is not like some sort of a hot take, but he is a big deal in the journalism world. A big, big deal. He was interviewing, I think he interviewed Michael Jackson and Mike Tyson, and he had a close relationship with Princess Diana. He's about as big as it gets when it comes to journalists. And he was, I can't remember the companies he was working, but the biggest sort of mainstream media publications
What are the
in
two
the
I
whole
need to say?
United Kingdom, he was like the top dog at. And for him to switch is a big deal. So people don't really realize, I don't think, sometimes about how much of a significant thing that is. That
Diamonds
like Morgan
and
Tucker Carlson
amethysts.
are independent.
You just leave those the fuck alone for a while.
Okay, it has completely changed. Because of that as a whole in the market, the old news paradigms, they knew how to regulate this, right? They've been running broadcast news for 100 years. They were running it on the radio, and then they moved over to, I think, with CNN, we started the first 24-hour news network.
Yep.
Long before Fox News ever came along. And we know how to regulate the news, right? There was like some kind of checks and balances which was in there, and you could get hit with libel and get sued and all sorts of different things, right? This is the wild fucking West, okay? This is the Wild West. Nobody knows what the regulations are. YouTube can't even tell you when you're violating the TOS. They'll just remove your channel, maybe, if you're lucky. If you're lucky, they'll just demonetize it, right? These tech companies don't seem to give you any particular rules, so nobody even knows what rules they're all playing by, right? And so that's what you have. And it feels a lot like the Wild West now with this big, massive hole, right? So Elon Musk tries to address this, and he's like, look, there's going to be a lot of fake news. If you're going to have an open market of ideas, right, and you're not paying for the moderation anymore, there's going to be a lot of fake news.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to actually be able to put your thinking cap on again so that you can sift through what's nonsense and what isn't. In some ways, I think it's actually good for
have
society.
to learn the laws of logic.
You have to now think instead of just having it spoon-fed to you, and then you point at the source and say, see, the source is legitimate, so it's good. Right now,
that's what was that was what was happening during COVID. It's like one news outlet would release an article with somebody with a PhD in his name, or Dr. Dada, quote unquote expert on something, and what was released wasn't a scientific study, right? It would actually be an opinion piece about a study, where in this guy's opinion, the study says X, even though it could say Y, it could say Z, who knows what stuff it says. And then one of them would print it, and then the other guys would print it and say, well, the source on this is it. That is whatever the first guy was. And then the third guy would print it and say the source was the first two people, and then the fourth guy, and down the line. And then so pretty soon then you got these seven, within a day, 7 guys print the same fucking article that tracks back to the same opinion piece that isn't like, that's not scientifically accurate. It's an opinion piece. And they say, well, look, we have it's been vetted because it's gone through all these guys, and they're our source. So we've sourced this information. It must be real.
With some sort of an SA allegation or something like that.
And
he seems to have brushed it off, which is good, because too much of that going on these days. So I'm glad that he's brushed that off. Credible defense. Now, he had the fighter and the kid, wasn't it? Him and Brendan Sharp. And I think that he actually left the podcast, which is, he never should have left. Just stay on. Just say, it's all bullshit. I'm not fucking leaving. And just say, screw you.
when that is your philosophy,
Right.
it's just going to crumble because you can't apply it at the level of detail.
Pushing to
We're not
120,
oriented around not only
so we can get our
truth, but even a
gems.
reality
What are
at this
they at?
point.
103?
So the rest of us are going to
I think
work
I
and
can
try to make
hold
a
it.
living and going, all right,
Yeah.
whatever your pronouns, if you, and what happens immediately is, oh, you have pronouns on your
115 will
resume?
get them to all
I'm not hiring you. And the reason I'm not going to
110.
hire you is I'm
No,
just
115.
don't want to deal with somebody who,
15 would get them to 105. So
I wanna deal with
120
somebody like
will
that.
get them all to
Very
110.
Very, very true. I'd never want to hire someone like that. Guys, thank you for all the intel, by the way, in the Discord this morning, for those of you who are in there. Dan has chucked the Discord link in the chat there. So jump in. It's also in the bio
Right.
down below.
Everything
We've
is
got,
actually
I need all
equipped
the
this
intel I
time.
need, guys. I wake up every morning and I am semi-relying on the people from the Discord to tell me what's been happening while I've been sleeping. So really appreciate all that intel, guys. You've been amazing.
I got to
Hang
shoot
on,
a
baby.
commercial, or
Let's
I've got to
see,
shoot
let's
a
see.
movie, or I've got to run a restaurant. I just can't stop for your feelings, because your feelings don't matter. Results matter. And that's what's quickly happening. And I think it's not surprising that at least young men are swaying at least more practical and traditional. All right, let's be honest. I don't know if you're a human being living in this world, but you ever experience
Feels like that, like when I hear nonsensical bullshit, like, pronouns in a resume, it's something like, oh, like it just.
Well, I'm beyond that.
It just like it's this completely defeated old man growing up like this shit again. Aren't we past this now? Aren't we done with this shit?
I don't concern myself with that anymore, because I don't even think that's a threat. My issue is that what's way more difficult in life is not drawing comparisons, but it's
The old man grown. Oh, this fucking shit. This fucking shit again.
So I worry now really about the fact that you have powerful platforms that can showcase different people who are amplifying a monologue that says you're being lied to, I'm right. I went to medical school, I learned nothing, seed oils are killing you, vaccines are dangerous, we can go to the moon and here's why, etc.
Yeah, those guys are.
Going on in the chat about who's cooler and who has a better beard hair out of Andrew and Jim Bob. And honestly, I'm on the fence.
Oh my God, that is a serious debate. Who has a better beard and better hair, Jim Bob or Andrew? That's like, I got a good head of hair. I've got great hair. But I can't grow a beard for fuck's sake. So I'm out. I'm out of this one. There's no way I'm falling in.
Saying that the lap leak is racist. Okay, I get it.
It's racist. Like, who gives a fuck if it's racist? Is it true? Is it true?
Medical schools.
Yep. And has been vetted in the processes and procedures necessary to not cut my fucking spine and paralyze me for. I've been through like 2 neck surgeries, and in the next few years I'll probably be having one on my lower back as well. So like, I identify with this argument, and I'm just like, yes, agreed. You must know how to operate on my spine for fucking sure before you operate on my spine.
Anchors doctors towards actually kind of forces them to give out all of these prescriptions that people don't necessarily need. I know I'm going to sound like a hippie here, but the holistic health thing, there's actually a lot of merit to that.
There is.
Getting sunlight, for example, and just doing exercise and all of these basic things, taking vitamins. We saw this during the pandemic. It was vaccine.
The easiest way to improve your health is low exercise, low levels of exercise. Go for a fucking walk. Like, I say that and I never do. Like, I'm overweight, a little overweight, and I do my best. I eat good foods. I eat real foods. I don't eat a lot of fucking fake foods. have a couple things like Nestle Quick in my fucking coffee with some milk, and that's the thing. Fuck, with too much sugar, too much chemicals in that shit. That's my guilty fucking pleasure. It's not like I'm allergic to shit like that, so don't die. Booyah! Booyah! Got it. Got it fucking done. Oh yeah, he only shaved his beard off like a week ago.
The person was not, they didn't do medicine in a traditional sense like we do.
Yo, brah, let's sometimes play together and share some tips. Add me on Discord. Shalom99. All right, Shalom. Like when I get a little bit more time, I'll go check. And the other chatter, I'll go check your shit out on Discord, see if I can figure it out. If you actually grind. Thank you very much for the offer. I'm suspicious of other people at times, though. So if I don't, please don't be upset.
Surgeries, the list goes on and on and on. So you're literally putting your hands in experts who kill an awful lot of people. There's not been a doctor I've ever met who hasn't killed somebody by accident, and they're pretty open about it.
Yeah.
How could they avoid it? It's it's basically impossible. But I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the guy that kill in order to save sex. How many times have you done this operation? Yeah, exactly. So the thing is, it's like I think an application, you may have a point, but what if we're just talking about knowledge? Like when somebody's just
the knowledge on the process of vaccines, how they work, how they're developed. Like anybody can read up on that. The pros and the cons of it.
How do you apply those things?
Loop socks. Those are important to the barbarian. Spear of Jarrow. Right? A lot of the operations and shit, medical procedures we use today are directly from Nazi Germany, right?
There are certain agreed upon facts from which we can tributary. There's a mothership of ideas and let's call them truths based on what actually happened. So we know that Treblinka and Auschwitz were death camps. We know that a lot of Jews were killed. You want to parse 6 million or 5 million, whatever you want to do, but for the most part, we know.
I don't think that number is very relevant. You can quibble, but it still happened.
We know the Nuremberg trials happened. We know the Nazis kept very careful records. And when you get this
there we go. There's 120.
Consensus based on historians from France and from the Soviet Union and from Germany and from the United States, etc., they tend to agree on the core facts, and then from there, there's some dispute, right? And then when you get some rogue historian who comes along and says, actually, all these guys are wrong, and this is what really happened. Well, that's quite the challenge. Sometimes those people, end up changing everything, right? They have a scientific discovery, and they say, like Freud, or Darwin says, hey guys, it's really not about Aristotle in the Bible. There's something called natural selection, and we go, what the fuck? And here's the evidence, right? But for the most part, we kind of know to ignore.
I mean, kind of natural. So, but that's not evolution. That's still just adaptation, right? Adaptation. You can walk adaptation through the scientific method. You can't really get there with evolution. Like you have to categorize it different, right? Correct.
Something which can be adopted for abortion and political agenda. I agree.
His rhetoric
but I'm also
so
reminded of a Napoleon Bonaparte quote that history is an agreed upon set of lies. And so when you talk about consensus, consensus, right? This is what Napoleon Bonaparte was saying here. He was saying, well, there's a lot of consensus when it comes to history. They agree on a whole lot of things that just aren't true.
They agree on all little things
Right.
that
I
just
think that
aren't
your
true.
example here with the Holocaust is a perfect example. Perhaps a counterexample of where historians got it real wrong for a long time and agreed basically 100% with each other, even though they knew they were wrong. And that's the pyramids of Giza. And these were tombs that were designed for mummies, even though no tombs were ever found in any of these places. They were obviously some type of machine that's built, or they have some other purpose that we don't know about. But clearly, they weren't tombs. And the outside historians were the ones, the revisionists, saying, no, this can't be the case. This is absurd. We know where all the mummies are buried. They're in the
Valley of the
100
Kings.
miles that way. You know what I mean? In the tombs of kings.
That's a great example.
And they were totally right. They were totally right.
It's a great example.
And it's like, well, so we
There's,
gotta
there's
be
our last
cautious
little
here
bugger right here.
You know, when you
Die,
categorize
die,
it,
bug,
because
die.
now, does one of those
That
have
bug,
more
rat,
impact
whatever,
than the
plague
other?
rat. Plague
Yeah,
rat.
I suppose.
Just set the cat in because
Right.
plague rat.
But it's still a massive discovery that we're talking about, and whole generations were taught something which was obviously false, and that they knew was obviously
That
false.
the pyramids of
I actually
Giza were
remember getting
tombs
taught
of the
this in school.
pharaohs.
I remember the exact things that they used to
Absolute
teach us about how the
bullshit.
pyramids were built. They'd have these huge limestone blocks with slaves pulling them with ropes.
Yeah, I know.
Some wood underneath, and they would slowly roll them along, and then one wood would fall out. They'd put it back to the front, and they would do. That's how I was taught that the pyramids were built, which is just obviously completely bullshit.
Yeah.
Completely.
They might have had some ramps, but they used levers. They just used counter levers. And they levered them around, just like trained them in, just like we fucking would. They just didn't want to give them the technology, the ability to have that technology. Right? The fucking
creative guys, you can tell. Extremely creative with comedy and everything, I've realized recently. But yeah, he doesn't really have that.
Run away!
Natural.
Jesus Christ, these guys fucking me up.
His dad was a really practical guy, and then he ended up getting into robotics that way. And yeah, but it goes to show though that you don't really have to have that natural ability, and it's a great career where you can earn good money, and there's a lot of honor in those careers. So
Yep.
it'd be helpful for young men to hear. I think so as well.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a love heart.
and again, that idea goes back. Like, you should be able to learn a trade that you do from your house that you can turn it into your own business, right? Like, kind of the idea of blacksmithing. You know, like, if we still needed blacksmiths, right? There should be a blacksmith on every fucking other block, right? There should be a small garden in every yard, right? We don't need to buy all the, like, there are people who have plenty of time to produce the food, right? They don't need to create tons of it. If everybody just creates a little, I know that sounds all hippy dippy and all that shit, but I'm totally looking at this hippy dippy idea from a capitalist perspective.
So that no historian really wants to get up there and start kind of dealing with guys that have these sort of crazy ideas, you know, that are not really being made in good faith, maybe. So that would be one of the issues that I see. You know, misinformation. Having said that, though, where Daryl Cooper, who I'm actually a fan of because I listen to a lot of his podcasts, and he's not a Nazi apologist by any means. But having said that,
fucking, I seen it coming and I tapped it too late, or tapped it too soon in my health button. Yeah, they're both comedians. I mean,
I've not been there, but I can see pictures of a leveled northern Gaza, and I know that an unacceptable number of children have been orphaned and killed. You may be right in what you're saying in terms of how bad Hamas is or how they fight,
I'm still dealing with children trapped under rubble, and I just don't want to live in a world like that, and I'm outraged by it. And again, both can be true, right? When you kind of go,
True.
I
That
get
is
where it's
absolutely
coming
true.
from. It's coming from a good place, right? And that's
I thought Dave was extremely good faith in that debate.
I do too.
I thought
I thought the same thing. Sure. Jess says, I don't know about you, but I never believed that bullshit about the pyramids. I asked a lot of questions that weren't answered. I just got into trouble for it. No, I bought it, unfortunately. Yes, I bought it.
I believe I'm old enough. I believed it. I mean, right? The whole go back in the day. You look at
Bezos. So speaking of David Irving, I think that is. You should read his books. They're really good. Maybe I should.
not Ben Moses, like the old movie Moses with Charlton Heston, right? And that's exactly how they portrayed it, like the slaves dragging the giant blocks and the logs, and they rolled on the logs, and guys got crushed by the giant blocks rolling backwards, and
much to do with.
yeah,
I thought that Murray.
it was all slave labor, and most of it was not slave labor. There were people who worked in the fields for a good chunk of the year, irrigating, growing crops, growing animals, and then when harvest came, and then you had build season, right? And so then they'd roll over and they'd go into the towns, or the large towns, where the people, all the architects, all the builders who were making that was their gig, their role in life was to work on these things. Then they'd roll over and help them guys build on the pyramids for a while. There was, there were slaves, there was slave labor, but not all of it, not like huge chunks of it, like people want to say.
Right. If you're debating about something that has
I gotta
empirical
close this.
backing, empirical backing doesn't give us odds. It doesn't tell us what we should do. It only gives us descriptors, right? That's it, just descriptors.
Right.
Dave Smith said, I see your descriptor. What is your argument? And Murray didn't have one. And that was that. He said, "What? You're not making arguments. I want arguments that I can really contend with." And
Douglas
Yeah.
Murray's, Douglas Murray's argument was for kinetic force, actually, because that was the only thing bringing the hostages home. And the kinetic force that Israel was applying to Gaza was all on Hamas's doorstep. I can accept that argument to an extent.
Wait, what about when he said, though, that there should be some kind of like prerequisite requirement for you to go to these countries before you speak out about any of the things which are happening in them? That's a descriptive claim, right?
It is a descriptive
Backed by
claim.
what? What is he backing that by? Like, there's so much
Yeah.
information that I've
The fallacious
heard about
argument.
all sorts of states I've never gone to,
Yes.
right? All sorts
Completely
of places.
fallacious
I
argument.
don't understand what the laws are and what's going on the ground.
You know what I think that was?
You have to go somewhere to know what's going on. That's like that ends up being the argument, like that pro-abortionists make, right? Like, you don't have a uterus, you don't have a say. What? No. That's my baby. My sperm, me and you together, my sperm created that child. That is my baby as well. I absolutely get a fucking say. Every man gets a fucking say, because without the man, the woman can't have no fucking baby. Right? Just can't. It's not, right? So it's definitely a topic that both people get a say on. And say one side can or one side can't because of some stupid, like, no. That's just a bad argument. It's a stupid argument. They can scream it all they want. But when you get into, because this is all going to come down to legality again, you start getting into the legality of shit, that argument is not going to fly in a court. It might fly in some lower court, but it's not going to make it all the way to the top. It's just fucking not. But I've been doing this for a minute now. It's fucking almost 4 hours. I am hungry. I did not eat enough for breakfast. If I don't stop gaming and shut down the stream while I'm eating, I won't fucking eat, right? Because if I'm gaming, I'm just going to keep gaming,
happens often.
I'm not one of those guys who can just snack while I'm like, it's like, I want to do the next thing. I want to do the next thing. I want to. So, although I'm not like a blaster like the guys from Maxwell or any place like that, I do. Once I get going, I want to keep going. And I have to put the controller down, or I'm not going to eat. So, thank you to those. Thank you to the people who chatted me. I will try to keep those chats up there so I can get us on Discord and see if I can find you and see what you're about. To everybody else who stopped in and out, thank you very much. Please follow me here on Twitch. Please take the link on my page over to my YouTube channel. Subscribe over there. If you're watching on YouTube, please come over here to Twitch and subscribe as well. Right, I would love to see some migration of people back and forth across the platform boundary. Right, just because I don't like people because I don't like to be in their presence, but I like people and I enjoy talking to people. It would be great if more people could interact and have fun and talk about shit, like talk about like the shit I'm watching and the games are gaming. All right, everyone, catch y'all later. Have a good one.